My child, draw near and listen attentively, for what I am about to speak is not merely a gentle whisper, it is a decree from the throne of heaven. I am your God, the one who formed you, the one who watches over every heartbeat, and today I have a word that will shift the very foundation of your soul. This is not a message for another time. It is not for later, not for when you feel more worthy or more prepared. It is for now, urgent, holy, saturated with the weight of divine intent. I want to reveal to you why I will bless you. Yes, bless you richly, beyond what your mind can imagine or your heart has dared to hope for. I have chosen to bless you not because of who you are by the world's standards, but because of who I am. I am the Lord Almighty, and when I decide to pour my favor upon someone, there is no force in heaven, on earth, or in hell that can stop me. My will is sovereign. My declarations are final. So listen closely. This is not based on your performance. It's not earned through your perfection. It flows from my love, from my nature, from my eternal goodness. I have seen the battles you have fought in secret, the tears you've cried when no one was watching, the nights you laid in silence, aching with questions, longing for peace. I was there. I counted every tear, and I listened to every groan of your spirit. And now I tell you, I am going to bless you, not because you begged for it, but because it is time. It is the appointed hour. What I have declared over your life must come to pass. But I need you to trust me, not with a half-hearted, conditional kind of trust, but with everything you are. I want your whole focus, your undivided heart, your unwavering loyalty, because I believe in you, child. Yes, I, the Almighty, believe in what I have placed within you. I know the calling I spoke over you before you were even in your mother's womb. I see you as a warrior, strong, resilient, purposeful. You may not feel like it, but I see beyond feelings. I see destiny. The path you are on is not random. You cannot turn to the right or the left. You must walk forward, fix your eyes on me, and do not let the noise of this world drown out my voice, for my promises are written, etched in eternal ink. They cannot be revoked, and they will not fail. What I have spoken, your eyes shall see. What I have planted in your life will bear fruit in due season, if you do not faint. But hear me clearly. I do not bless the divided heart. I do not pour my treasures into hands that abandon me for the sake of convenience or charm. My favor rests upon the loyal, the steadfast, those who choose truth even when it's not easy, who obey my voice even when others mock them. I bless those who are not ashamed of me, those who carry my love, my patience, my hope into the world. And yes, I see your pain. I have not ignored the humiliation you've suffered. But know this, every moment of disgrace will be turned into a platform of grace. Every sorrow will transform into strength. I will put a new smile on your face. Your eyes will shine with a light that is not of this world. I will place gifts in your hands, gifts of healing, of wisdom, of prophetic clarity. People will seek you out not because of your charm, but because of the Spirit of the living God that rests upon you. This is your inheritance, success in every righteous endeavor, multiplication of every blessing, peace that cannot be shaken, joy that cannot be stolen, serenity in the storm, provision in every need, angels surrounding your home, your family, your coming and going. This is what I give to those who walk with me in truth and sincerity. Come, seek me in my word. Find the miracles that I have done and understand. I have not changed. I am still the God who parts seas, who raises the dead, who multiplies loaves, who silences storms. What I did before I will do again, but in even greater ways through you. Do not be deceived by counterfeit wonders that seek to distract. Fix your eyes on me, and I will show you the real, the holy, the miraculous. Don't be discouraged by obstacles. If a mountain stands in your way, know this: it will move. If enemies rise against you, pay them no mind. Don't let their lies poison your peace. Don't give them your thoughts or your emotions. Look to me. Let me be the strength that anchors your soul. You are not like the rest. I have chosen you for more. I have chosen you to carry my presence into places others fear to go. I know you will not waste the treasures I give you. I trust that you will steward my blessings with care, with humility, generosity, and honor. I didn't choose you so you could parade riches. I chose you so you could bring light to dark places, help to the helpless, and hope to the hopeless. So tell me now, are you willing? Will you use what I give you to bless others? Will you obey my commandments even when no one is watching? Will you guard your eyes, your words, your thoughts, your hands? Will you turn away from gossip, from slander, from bitterness? I am searching not for perfection, but for sincerity. Let me see your heart, clean, open, honest. You have cried out for answers, and I am responding now. This is a sacred moment. Listen again to every word I have spoken. Let it sink into your soul. Write it down. Speak it. Live it. Feel it. For these are not the words of a stranger. They are the words of your Creator, your Father, your eternal King. And I say to you, I am going to bless you. Now that your heart is open to receive, let me take you deeper into the mystery of my plan for your life. The reason I will bless you, child, is not simply for you to enjoy the fruit of my favor, though you surely shall, but because I desire that your life become a living testimony of my power, my mercy, and my unchanging love. I want the world to look at you and see what it means to be loved by me. You were created to be a vessel of glory, a bearer of light, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. You may have questioned, why me? And I answer now, not because you are the strongest, nor the wisest, nor the most experienced. I have chosen you because of your willingness. You see, I delight in using the humble, the quiet-hearted, the ones the world overlooks. I take joy in exalting the lowly, in turning the rejected into leaders, in raising the broken into healers. My kingdom operates differently than the world's systems. I do not measure worth by status or wealth. I search the depths of the heart, and yours, beloved, has called to me with a pure longing for something greater than what this world can offer. You have asked me, will my time come? And I say, your time is now. The blessings I am preparing for you are not random rewards. They are the unveiling of what has always been destined for you. I have waited for your heart to align, for your surrender to deepen. And now I see that you are ready. Ready not because you feel qualified, but because you have laid down your pride and offered me your whole self. In this next season, my hand will move swiftly on your behalf. Opportunities will present themselves that you did not pursue. Connections will be made that you did not initiate. Doors will open that no man can shut, not because of manipulation, but by divine orchestration. I am the one setting your path. I am the one whispering your name in rooms you have not entered yet. I am the one preparing people to favor you, not for exploitation, but for multiplication. But with great blessing comes great responsibility. I am giving you the oil of gladness, but I also require that you guard the vessel. Do not allow bitterness or pride to poison what I am pouring into you. Protect your peace like a precious jewel. Do not be swayed by flattery, nor broken by criticism. Walk steadily in my word. Let every step be guided by truth. Be rooted so deeply in me that no storm can shake you, no praise can puff you up, and no lie can tear you down. Your blessing is not only for this life, it echoes into eternity. What I pour into you will overflow to your children, to your family, to generations you have yet to see. This is legacy, This is covenant. I'm not simply blessing your hands for today. I'm anointing your lineage for tomorrow. You are the turning point in your family's story. What began with sorrow will end with rejoicing. What was once plagued with cycles of fear, lack, and rejection will now overflow with peace, abundance, and belonging. You are not alone in this. My Spirit goes before you, walks beside you, and guards behind you. Angels are dispatched on your behalf. The heavens are in motion because you have said yes to me. And now, I ask you to remain faithful, to keep your heart pure, your motives clean, your mind fixed on me. You will be tempted to veer, to take shortcuts, to respond in flesh. But I remind you, I am enough. My way is better. My path leads to life, and life more abundantly. Even now I am restoring what was lost. You may not see it yet, but I am rebuilding behind the scenes. Relationships once shattered will be healed. Dreams once buried will be resurrected. Strength once drained will return sevenfold. Your health, your joy, your creativity, all of it will be renewed. I am the God who restores years. What the enemy devoured will be repaid, and not just returned, but increased. That is how I bless. Do not mistake my patience for silence. Every day I have been working on your behalf. Every tear you cried watered the soil of your miracle. Every act of kindness, every quiet prayer, every small obedience. It has all been seen, and now the harvest is at hand. Not because you earned it, but because you endured. You did not faint. You did not give up. You may have staggered, but you stood. And now I will honor that. So hold your head high, child of promise. Look around you with eyes of faith. Speak boldly of the things I am about to do. Testify in advance. Rejoice before you see it. Praise before it manifests. Because that is the kind of faith that moves heaven. That is the kind of worship that confuses the enemy. That is the kind of trust that I reward. Let me make this clear again. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not insignificant. You are mine. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. I sing over you with gladness. I dance over you with joy. And I bless you because it brings me joy to see you flourish. Prepare your heart. Prepare your home. Prepare your hands. For the blessing is coming, and it will change everything. Lift your eyes, child, and see what I am about to unveil in your life. The season of waiting has not been in vain. Every moment of silence, every hidden hour of pain, every unanswered prayer has been a seed planted deep in the soil of divine purpose. And now the roots have grown strong beneath the surface, and I am about to bring forth the harvest, not because you demanded it, but because your heart remained humble, pliable, and willing to receive what I, your God, have prepared. Do not measure the magnitude of my blessing by the smallness of your past. What I am about to do in you has no reference point in your history. You've seen glimpses, yes, but now you will walk in the fullness. I will stretch you, expand your territory, and pour new wine into you. But first, I must finish shaping your vessel. Trust this process. I am not breaking you to destroy you. I am refining you to fill you with more than you asked for. You asked me for peace, and I will give you peace that transcends understanding. You asked me for provision, and I will give you abundance, not just to satisfy your needs, but to become a conduit of generosity. You asked me for purpose, and I will reveal destiny that is far greater than your plans. You ask for healing, and I will restore not only your body, but your soul, your memories, your heart. Because when I bless completely, but listen closely. I want more than just your willingness. I want your discipline, because where I am taking you, distractions cannot follow. Where I am leading you, compromise has no place. I will separate you from what weakens you, not to punish you, but to protect you. The people who walked with you before may not be the ones who can walk with you now. Some were seasonal, not eternal. Let go without bitterness. Release without explanation. What I remove, I replace with better. You've carried burdens that weren't yours to hold. You've worried about outcomes that were always in my hands. You've tried to fix things with human wisdom when I was waiting for you to surrender fully. And now that you are yielding, now that your hands are open, I can finally give you what your heart truly craves. Not control, but freedom. Not certainty, but trust. Not temporary relief, but lasting transformation. Understand this, blessing is not just about things. It's about becoming. Becoming who I created you to be. Becoming someone whose presence shifts atmospheres, whose words carry life, whose walk radiates faith. That's why I've allowed certain delays. I was building character while you waited. I was deepening your roots while you stood still. I was anchoring you in me so that when the blessing comes, you will not be moved by success or shaken by favor. My child, hear this now. My blessing will distinguish you. It will mark you. Others will notice it, not for your glory, but for mine. I am placing something on you that the world cannot give and cannot take away. It's a mantle of purpose, a crown of favor, a robe of righteousness, and it will attract both celebration and opposition. Do not fear the attention, and do not shrink from the assignment. Walk boldly in what I give you, knowing that I, the Lord, go before you. Yes, there will be trials even in blessing, but I will fortify you. I will anoint your eyes to see beyond the natural. I will train your hands for battle and your heart for compassion. I will give you wisdom beyond your years, discernment that pierces through deception, and peace that holds steady in chaos. You will not only be blessed, you will become a blessing. And I say again, the reason I will bless you is because I trust you to reflect my heart. You will not hoard my favor, you will share it. You will lift others with the same comfort I gave you. You will speak life where others have spoken death. You will bring healing to the broken places where I have healed you. Your blessing will be proof that I still move, that I still redeem, that I still choose the unlikely to do the unimaginable. Let this be written in your spirit today. Nothing can block what I have ordained. No person, no curse, no delay, no mistake, no devil in hell can undo what I have planned. I do not bless based on human opinion. I bless based on divine intention. I bless because I am good. I bless because you are mine. I bless because I have called you for such a time as this. So prepare yourself. Beloved, strengthen your hands. Sharpen your faith. Set your heart like flint, because what's coming is greater than what's behind. The river is rising. The oil is flowing. The doors are opening. And I, your God, will walk you into every promise step by sacred step. Beloved, now that you know the reason for your coming blessing, let me show you what that blessing truly looks like, not just in outward provision, but in the transformation of your soul, in the alignment of your life with divine order, in the restoration of everything the enemy tried to steal. My blessing is not a fleeting moment of happiness. It is a lifelong atmosphere of divine favor, where peace becomes your companion, and purpose becomes your compass. You've long walked through seasons where joy felt like a distant memory, where anxiety clouded your days, where hope was a flickering flame you feared would go out. But I have been walking with you through every one of those seasons. Even in your silence, I heard your cries. Even in your weariness, I saw your effort. You continued despite confusion. You trusted when you didn't understand. And now, my child, I am releasing the reward of your perseverance. My blessing will bring clarity. Where there was once fog, you will now see clearly. The confusion that tormented your mind will cease, not because the world changed, but because I will give you the mind of Christ, calm, focused, disciplined, and saturated in truth. The lies that once gripped you will be exposed and destroyed. You will recognize my voice so clearly that deception will no longer find a home in your thoughts. This is freedom. This is light. This is what I've longed to give you. My blessing will restore your relationships. I will reconcile what is meant to be restored, and I will remove what was meant to leave. Do not fear the pruning. Sometimes for new life to grow, dead branches must be cut away. This is not punishment. This is preparation. I'm creating room for authentic love, for mutual honor, for friendships that breathe life into your soul. No more cycles of manipulation, no more toxic attachments. I will surround you with those who reflect my heart, not only in words, but in action. My blessing will touch your body. The stress, the fatigue, the sickness you've carried, I will lift it. I am Jehovah Rapha, your healer. I will pour new strength into your frame. I will breathe vitality into your lungs, clarity into your mind, rest into your sleep. You've spent years drained by battles that were never yours to fight. But now I am giving you rest. Not just sleep, but soul rest. The kind of peace that anchors you, no matter what swirls around you. My blessing will impact your provision. You have known lack, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, relationally. You've felt the ache of insufficiency, but I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. I lack nothing, and in me you will lack nothing as well. I will teach you to steward, to sow, to speak blessings over your resources. No longer will you fear the future or be crushed by financial pressure. You will know what it means to walk in divine supply. But even more than what I give to you, I want to awaken what I placed inside you. My blessing activates potential. Inside you are gifts you have not yet discovered, dreams you've buried, callings you've delayed. But I am awakening all of it now. You were not created to survive. You were made to thrive. You were not formed to conform. You were designed to transform. And now, by my Spirit, you will rise and walk in the fullness of your design. You are entering a season where your obedience will be your compass. I will guide you through promptings, through whispers, through moments that may seem small, but carry great significance. Do not ignore the nudges. When I say speak, speak. When I say go, go. When I say wait, wait. I am not leading you randomly. I am ordering your steps with precision. Every act of obedience is a step closer to breakthrough. Every surrender opens a new dimension of my glory in your life. And remember, the blessing is not always loud. Sometimes it comes in quiet strength, in inner peace, in the silence of a soul finally at rest in me. Do not look for thunder. Listen for my whisper. I am not just coming to change your circumstances. I am coming to change you. Because once you are changed, the world around you must follow. That is the power of transformation that flows from the throne of grace. Now take courage. Let hope rise like the sun at dawn. Let faith be the anchor that holds you steady. Let joy return to your laughter. You are not who you used to be. You are becoming who I created you to be. And nothing can stop what I'm doing. Not the past, not the pain, not the pressure, not the people who misunderstood you. I, the Lord your God, have the final word. And my word over you is this: you are blessed, you are chosen, you are appointed, you are mine. Now, my child, lean into this moment and allow my voice to wrap around your spirit like a warm garment. You need to understand the magnitude of what is unfolding. This blessing I am bringing into your life is not a transaction. It is a transformation. It is not merely a gift. It is a realignment of your destiny. You will no longer wander uncertain, questioning your worth or your direction, because I am setting your feet upon the solid path that leads to your true identity in me. You were never meant to live beneath your potential, struggling to breathe in places where I never intended you to stay. The discomfort you've been feeling, the holy unrest, the stirring in your soul, it has been my spirit, whispering that it's time to rise. You have lingered long enough on the edges of promise. You have doubted long enough whether you were truly chosen. But I tell you now, the time has come to step boldly into your inheritance. Do not look to others to affirm what I have already declared over you. If you wait for the applause of men, you will miss the voice of heaven. I have placed my seal on you. I have anointed you with purpose. My favor is your covering, and my truth is your guide. Your steps from this day forward are not ordinary. They are guided by my spirit, and where you place your foot, I will give you influence, not for ego, but for impact. Let me remind you why I bless. Not to inflate you, but to reflect me. Not to feed pride, but to manifest my presence. You are a mirror of my glory. You are the evidence of my goodness on the earth. When people see you rise, when they witness your transformation, they will know that it was not you, but me in you. And this is how revival begins. This is how lives are touched. Through your story, I will reach others. Through your healing, others will find hope. Through your obedience, doors will open that bless more than just your life. They will bless generations. Yes, there will be voices that try to confuse you. The enemy will whisper lies of unworthiness. He will remind you of past failures. But child, do not entertain a voice that contradicts mine. My word is eternal. My promises are irrevocable. My love is not contingent on your perfection, but on my decision. And I have decided to bless you. I have chosen you not because of your performance, but because of my purpose. Let every accusation be silenced. Let every fear bow to the authority of my presence. Let every worry be swallowed up by the peace I give you now. You will no longer live tormented by what ifs and why nots. Instead, you will be anchored in what is. And what is this: I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. And nothing formed against you shall prosper. Lift your eyes and look beyond your current circumstance. You may see lack, but I see opportunity. You may feel weak, but I see readiness. You may fear failure, but I see faith growing stronger. This is not the end. It's the beginning. A new page is being written in the story of your life, and I hold the pen. I write in victory, in mercy, in restoration, and in glory. Let me be the author. Let me lead you from glory to glory. The blessing I am bringing will not just elevate your status, it will elevate your spirit. You will think differently, speak differently, act with conviction and compassion. You will be a source of wisdom to those who are lost, a calming presence in rooms full of chaos. Because what I give you is not just a position, but a posture of humility, of grace, of bold faith. You will walk among giants without fear, because you walk with me. I will surprise you with my goodness. There are answers coming that you didn't even ask for, solutions to problems you gave up on, relationships restored that seemed forever broken, finances recovered, health renewed, peace returned, and above all, a joy that cannot be taken, because it is rooted in me. I do this because I love you, not with a love that wavers, but with a love that stands through storms, a love that covered you in your darkest hour, a love that never gave up on you. I have waited patiently for this moment, when you would hear my voice and say, "Yes, Lord, I believe." And now that you have, the heavens respond. Angels are dispatched, breakthroughs are activated, miracles are in motion. Do not fear what comes next. Do not brace for disappointment. This is not a false start. This is the real thing. You've come through the fire, and you are emerging not burned, but refined. Your scars are not signs of failure. They are testimonies of survival. And now, they will become signs of my power, written on your life for all to see. The days ahead are pregnant with promise. Do not rush. Do not force. Simply walk with me. I will bring the right people, open the right doors, and speak the right words through you. Your only task is to trust me, to stay close, to remain surrendered. The rest I will do. Let me draw you deeper now, beloved, into the heart of what I am unfolding in your life. My plans are not fragmented, nor are they random. They are perfectly ordered, like stars across the midnight sky, each one reflecting the radiance of my glory and the intentionality of my love. You have not been drifting without direction, though it may have seemed that way in moments of silence. Every step, even the ones that felt like detours, were paths I allowed to bring you here, to this divine turning point. You have often asked, why did I have to go through that? My child, if only you could see what I see. The very storms you wept through, the lonely nights you endured, the misunderstandings, the betrayals, even the delays. None of them were wasted. I used every piece to shape your inner world. I was preparing you not just to receive my blessing, but to sustain it. Because a house built on sand cannot endure the winds of favor. But a heart anchored in me, that heart is unshakable. Now I am building in you the foundation of endurance, not the kind that barely survives, but the kind that stands tall in any storm. I am teaching your hands to war in prayer, your voice to speak truth with authority, your spirit to rest in me when the world demands panic. You are being strengthened in the secret place, because what I am releasing into your life will require a new depth of character, discernment, and discipline. You cannot carry the weight of destiny with shallow roots. That is why I have called you to intimacy with me, not religion, not routine, but relationship. It is in this relationship that I pour out wisdom, not of the world, but from my spirit. In this relationship, I reveal mysteries that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. In this relationship, I give you peace that surpasses understanding, joy that defies circumstances, and courage that deflates fear. You've wondered if you were qualified. Let me be clear. I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called. You are not chosen because of your resume. You are chosen because of your heart. You said yes when others laughed. You stayed faithful when others gave up. You returned to me even after you failed. That is what I look for. A heart that is tender, a spirit that is willing, a soul that longs for me above all else. And now I say to you, prepare to be stretched. I'm expanding your reach. I'm enlarging your territory. I'm taking the lid off your potential. You've played small for too long, afraid to hope too high or believe too deeply. But I did not create you for mediocrity. I did not breathe life into you so you could merely exist. You were made to shine, to lead, to love boldly, to transform atmospheres wherever you go. But do not confuse my blessing with ease. Favor is not the absence of struggle. It is the presence of power in the struggle. I am giving you strength you didn't know you had, resilience born of my spirit, and clarity sharper than any two-edged sword. You will walk through fire and not be burned, because I am with you. You will face battles and not break, because I will fight them. I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to be present with me. So lift your eyes, lift your faith, stop bracing for disappointment, begin expecting divine surprises. Open your heart each morning and declare, "This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it." And I will meet you in the declaration. I will honor the faith you release from your lips. I will manifest the promises I whispered into your spirit long ago. Your life is shifting. Even now, things are being reordered. People are being repositioned. Assignments are being revealed. You will see how every experience has been leading you toward this divine appointment. What you thought was loss will be revealed as gain. What you thought ended was only being transformed. I'm the God who resurrects. I don't simply revive what was. I birth what has never been. So believe again, dream again, love again, lead again, hope again, because I am the one who makes all things new, not by your strength, but by my Spirit. And that Spirit is resting on you now, preparing the way, opening the doors and flooding your life with grace, glory, and power. You were born for such a time as this. Do not delay. Do not look back. Move forward with fire in your eyes and purpose in your steps. For I, the Lord your God, go before you, walk beside you, and carry you when needed. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are my beloved, and I will finish the work I began in you. My precious child, the hour has come to take hold of the identity I have declared over you. You are not a slave to fear, nor a prisoner of the past. You are not a victim of circumstances, nor a product of rejection. You are my chosen one, redeemed, anointed, and appointed. I have marked you for divine purpose, and what I have spoken over your life cannot be revoked. No word from my mouth returns void. It accomplishes all I intend, and my word over you is life, purpose, and blessing. So hear me now. The blessing I have prepared for you is not merely something to receive, it is something to walk in. I have called you to live as royalty, with humility, but never with inferiority. You are not meant to grovel in self-doubt, but to stand in confidence. The confidence that comes not from your strength, but from my unshakable presence within you. You were created in my image, shaped with intention, called by name, and sent into this world as a vessel of my light. You have walked long through valleys where your voice was silenced, where your heart was broken, where your spirit was weary. But those seasons were never meant to define you. They were allowed to refine you. And now I am raising you from the dust. I am clothing you with garments of praise instead of the ashes of regret. I am pouring new oil into your soul, fresh anointing for the journey ahead. You will walk differently now, not because life got easier, but because you finally understand who walks with you. I am the God who parts seas, the God who shuts the mouths of lions, the God who rains manna from heaven and makes water flow from dry rocks. Do you think your situation is too complex for me? Do you think your pain is beyond my reach? I say to you, nothing is impossible for me, and because you are mine, nothing shall be impossible for you when you move in my name. I want you to start speaking as one who believes. No more rehearsing your failures. No more repeating the curses others have spoken. No more aligning your words with fear. Let your mouth speak what I speak. Let your tongue become an instrument of faith. Declare my promises even when you don't see them yet. Praise me in advance for what I have already written into your future. Your words are seeds, and this is a season of planting for a future harvest. There is a divine acceleration coming. What took others years, I will do for you in months. What was delayed will be delivered. What was stagnant will suddenly shift. I am collapsing timelines to fulfill my purposes in your life. But this acceleration requires preparation. That is why I am urging you to stay close. Do not be distracted. Do not be swayed. Stay rooted in my word. Stay sensitive to my spirit. Stay in communion with me, not just in crisis, but in daily devotion. You will begin to see signs, little confirmations that I'm at work, a conversation, a scripture, a moment of peace in the middle of chaos. These are my whispers, telling you I'm near. I'm not waiting for perfection, I'm looking for presence. I want your heart before I use your hands. I want your surrender before I release your assignments. For what I have for you is not just a role, it's a revelation. You will know me in ways that transform how you see everything else. And yes, I will bless you in tangible ways. The doors will open, the resources will come, the right people will find you, the provision will flow, but even greater than the gifts is the giver. I am your reward. I am your portion. I am your peace. I will be the one who fills the places no human could reach. The blessing is not just what I do for you, it is who I become to you. Do not despise the process. Do not resent the waiting. I use time to build depth, to develop character, to prepare you for more than you could handle without me. The deeper the foundation, the higher the rise. And child, I am taking you higher, but your elevation must match your submission. As you go low in humility, I will lift you with my strength. You will not rise by striving, you will rise by surrender. And when others ask, how did this happen? How did you change so much? You will point to me. You will say, it was the Lord. You will testify of my goodness, and your life will become a message of hope to the broken, a beacon of light to the lost. This is not just about you, it's about the many who will be touched through you. My blessing is multiplication. What I place in your hands will overflow into the lives of others. So get ready. Keep your lamp burning. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit expectant. For what I'm about to do will exceed your prayers, surpass your dreams, and fulfill the deepest longings of your soul. Not because you earned it, but because I love you, because I am faithful, because I am the Lord your God, and I delight in blessing those who trust in me. Child of my heart, now is the time to recognize that what I am doing in your life is not temporary, it is eternal. I am not merely patching up your broken moments or mending pieces for short-term relief. I am crafting something everlasting. I am reweaving your life into a masterpiece of grace and power. I am bringing wholeness where there was fragmentation, building legacy where there was loss, and sowing purpose into every place where pain once dwelled. Do not mistake the calm you feel as inactivity. I'm working behind the scenes with divine precision. I'm orchestrating answers, aligning events, and even redirecting the hearts of others to fulfill my purposes concerning you. Yes, there is still more to come. Yes, the fullness of the vision I gave you has not yet appeared, but do not let your heart grow weary. The waiting is not denial, it is preparation. The delay is not punishment, it is strategy. You see only the moment, but I see the map. I see the years ahead. I see the people whose lives will be healed through your obedience. I see the places you will go, the doors that will open because you trusted me when everything else said to give up. I'm writing your story not with ink, but with eternal light. And every line, every chapter, is infused with purpose and divine revelation. My blessing upon you is not a shallow wave of comfort. It is a deep reservoir of provision, power, and peace. I am blessing you to endure, to expand, and to establish my kingdom in ways you never thought possible. Your influence will not be rooted in popularity, but in my presence. Your name will carry weight not because of accolades, but because of anointing. You will speak, and hearts will be stirred, not because of eloquence, but because I will be speaking through you. But with blessing comes responsibility, and I am calling you to walk differently now. You must guard your heart, protect your peace, and prioritize your time with me. Do not allow the noise of the world to drown out my whisper. Do not allow the approval of man to become more important than the affirmation of your Father. I have set you apart. I have called you holy. Walk worthy of the call you have received. You don't need to strive to prove yourself. I have already approved you, You don't need to fight to be seen. I see you. You don't need to fear being forgotten. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Every detail of your life matters to me. Every tear, every dream, every silent prayer. I have caught them all, and I have not overlooked a single one. Let me remind you again, I am blessing you not just for you, but for the many who are watching you. They may not tell you, but they are observing. They are learning what it means to hope, to endure, and to rise again through your story. Your breakthrough is their inspiration. Your deliverance is their roadmap. I am making you a living letter, a testimony written by my hand. So let go of the need to control. Let go of the fear of missing out. What is yours cannot be taken. What I have ordained, no enemy can cancel. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your influence is expanding beyond what your mind can grasp. But remember, every opportunity I give is sacred. Steward it with reverence. Lead with humility. Serve with love. And child, never forget to return to the place of intimacy. The greater the platform, the deeper the prayer must go. Do not allow busyness to rob you of your stillness. In my presence, you will always find clarity, peace, strength, and direction. I am your source, your shelter, and your sustainer. Stay near to me, abide in me, dwell in my shadow, and no harm shall overtake you. I will continue to lead you step by step. You do not need to know the entire path. Just trust the one who holds the map. I will provide what you need, when you need it. I will remove what no longer serves your journey. I will elevate you without compromising your soul. And I will correct you with love if ever you begin to drift. That is the security of being mine. I never leave you to figure it out alone. Your anxiety has no place in this season. Your peace is protected by my promises. Your hope is anchored in my faithfulness. I am your rock, and in me you are unshakable. Let the world shake. Let voices rise and fall. Let the storms howl. I am your calm. I am your victory. I am your future. And the blessing I am releasing over you is greater than what you could ask, think, or imagine. Get ready, beloved. Your story is becoming a testimony. Your burden is turning into a banner of praise. What once broke you is now building you. What once confused you is now confirming you. I am setting a table before you, not in secret, but in the presence of all who doubted you. And my goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. Now, my child, draw even closer and hear me clearly. This is the moment where everything begins to take form. I am aligning the unseen with the seen, bringing into manifestation what I've long placed in your heart. This is no longer just about promises spoken in the quiet. It's about fulfillment in the open. I have declared that I will bless you, and I do not speak lightly. When I say I will open the heavens over your life, I do so not to impress you, but to equip you, to empower you, to position you for the greater calling that rests upon your life. You have been tested. You have been refined by fire. You have been stripped of superficial strength so that what remains in you is what I planted: unshakable faith, resilient hope, and divine dependence. No more leaning on human understanding. No more trusting in fleeting affirmation. I am your assurance. I am your security. I am the one who goes before you and makes the crooked places straight. You've questioned why certain relationships dissolved, why certain doors slammed shut, why some opportunities vanished just when you thought breakthrough was near. Let me reveal the truth. I was protecting you. I was removing what couldn't sustain the weight of the blessing I am about to pour out. I was shielding you from distractions dressed as opportunities. I was severing ties with people whose presence would have corrupted the purity of the promise. Do not look back in sorrow. Look forward in faith. Everything I removed was a setup for everything I am releasing. The pain was real, but it was not permanent. The disappointment stung, but it did not destroy you. I sustained you through the fire because I intend for you to walk through the flood with victory. Your story is still being written, and the chapters ahead are filled with triumph, healing, restoration, and overflow. You have entered a divine season of restoration, and I do not restore to the original. I restore with increase. What the enemy stole, I return sevenfold. What was broken, I mend with gold. What was lost, I replace with better. I am the Redeemer of time. I am the God who restores years. The seeds you sowed in tears are about to yield a harvest in joy. Your obedience, even when it cost you everything, has moved my heart. You will begin to see signs, unmistakable confirmations that I am not only with you, but ahead of you. Unexpected favor, divine connections, timely words, sudden opportunities. These are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of my hand at work in your life. Pay attention. Stay sensitive. Keep your spirit in tune with mine, because the pace will quicken, and you must be ready to move when I say, move. Do not shrink back now. This is not the season to play small. This is not the time to second-guess yourself. I have placed my spirit within you. I have clothed you with power from on high. You carry the authority of my name and the fire of my word. Do not cower in the presence of adversity. Do not yield your ground to fear. You are not an orphan. You are not abandoned. You are my child, my ambassador, my warrior, and I have already declared your victory. I'm releasing strategies, downloads from heaven, ideas that will not just bless you but bless generations, creativity that will birth businesses, ministries, movements, insight that will solve problems others could not. The world needs what I placed inside of you. Stop doubting your value. Stop hiding your voice. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission. I have already commissioned you. Go forth in boldness. You are entering a season where my glory will go before you. You will see obstacles dissolve simply because I went ahead and cleared the way. You will find favor in places where you were once rejected. You will walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere without speaking a word, because my presence rests upon you so powerfully. This is not for your glory, it is for mine, that through you others would encounter me. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not ignored your cries. I was bottling every tear, storing every whispered plea, collecting every ounce of faith you've ever released. And now, I am answering. Not always in the way you imagine, but always in the way that's best. Trust my timing. Trust my process. Trust my love, which has never failed you and never will. There is still more to come, beloved. The greatest miracles are ahead. The most breathtaking testimonies are just beginning. You are stepping into the kind of life you once only dreamed of, and not because you chased it, but because you chased me. I honor those who honor me, and because you've put me first, I will now elevate you in ways no man could orchestrate and no enemy can stop. My beloved child, here we stand, at the threshold of a new beginning. The words I have spoken to you are not mere encouragements, they are declarations from the throne of heaven. They carry eternal weight and creative power. Every sentence has been infused with my breath, every promise sealed with my faithfulness. Now I am calling you not just to listen, but to respond. Rise, for your time has come. Step forward, for your path is being illuminated. This is the moment when faith meets fulfillment, when waiting is transformed into walking. You're not the same person you were when this journey began. The fire did not consume you, it purified you. The storm did not drown you, it deepened your roots. The valley did not bury you, it brought you closer to me. And now, because you have remained, because you have trusted, because you have believed even when you could not see, I will pour out blessings you never imagined. I am lifting every burden that weighed on your shoulders. I am removing the shame that once clung to your name. I am silencing every lie that whispered you were not enough. I am erasing every scar left by betrayal, every wound from disappointment, every fear born of failure. My love is a consuming fire, and today it burns away everything that does not reflect my truth about you. You are healed, you are whole, you are free. The chains of anxiety, the grip of depression, the fog of confusion, they are breaking now in my name. I am giving you clarity, peace, and renewed vision. I am giving you back your joy, not the fleeting kind that depends on circumstances, but the deep, abiding joy that comes from knowing I am with you, I am for you, and I will never leave you. From this day forward, you will walk with a new authority. Your prayers will carry greater power. Your worship will shift atmospheres. Your words will bring healing. You will no longer second-guess the call on your life. You will no longer diminish your light to make others comfortable. You will no longer tolerate what I never intended for you. You are stepping into the fullness of who I created you to be. Every seed of faith you planted, every act of obedience you carried out, every time you chose hope over despair, it was not in vain. The harvest is ready. The fields are white. You will reap in joy. You will testify of miracles. You will see me do the impossible, not once, but again and again. For I am the God who exceeds expectations, the God who makes ways in wildernesses, the God who raises the dead and breathes life into dry bones. I want you to live with your hands open, ready to receive, ready to give, ready to let go of what no longer serves and take hold of what I have designed for you. There is so much more I have in store. This season is just the beginning. There will be deeper intimacy, greater victories, wider territories. But through it all, never forget, what matters most is me and you. Our relationship is the foundation of everything I build in your life. So stay close. Let me be the first voice you hear in the morning and the last name on your lips at night. Invite me into every decision. Seek me above all else, and you will find that everything else will be added. This is my covenant with you, to walk with you, to bless you, to defend you, to guide you, to never forsake you. Not because of what you do, but because of who I am and who you are to me. You are my beloved, my child, my masterpiece, my vessel, my friend. I take delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. I celebrate the person I formed in your mother's womb. I am proud of your courage. I am moved by your worship. I am honored when you choose to trust me, even in the unknown. My beloved child, listen closely, for this moment is not random, nor is it mere coincidence. It is divine appointment. I have brought you here to speak directly to your soul. I am your God, your Father, your closest friend, your faithful healer. I am not distant, not silent, not indifferent to your cries. I see you. I know your thoughts before you speak them. I feel every heartbeat, every sigh, every tear you've hidden from the world. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not abandoned. You are mine. There is something powerful unfolding in your life. You sense it, even if faintly. Something in your spirit has been stirring, waking, rising. That is me. That is my spirit, awakening your purpose and reminding you that you were never meant to live a life of defeat or mediocrity. I placed my breath inside of you. My fingerprint is etched in your being. You were designed to overcome, to rise, to shine, to reflect my glory in a world that desperately needs light. Do not shrink back because of your past. I have washed it clean with the blood of my Son. That shame you carry, lay it at my feet. That guilt that whispers lies to your soul, silence it with my truth. I do not accuse you. I do not condemn you. I call you redeemed, restored, chosen, and greatly loved. I call you son. I call you daughter. And I will never stop calling you back into my arms. You wonder, can I still fulfill my purpose? Isn't it too late? My beloved, it is never too late when I am the one writing your story. I do not operate on your timeline. I do not follow human logic. I am the God of sudden breakthroughs, the master of impossible turnarounds. You may feel weak, but I specialize in using the weak to showcase my strength. You may feel unqualified, but I have already equipped you. You may feel forgotten, but I've written your name on the palm of my hand. I want you to come to me, not just in crisis, but daily, consistently, with a heart that longs to know me more. Not for what I can give you, but simply for who I am. I am not a vending machine of blessings. I am your Father, desiring relationship. I long for your voice. I cherish your worship. Your love, though imperfect, is beautiful to me. I want to walk with you, talk with you, guide you, and cover you. In every step you take, I want you to know that I'm beside you. You see failure as disqualification. I see it as a setup for your comeback. You see the mountain and feel intimidated. I see it and know your faith will move it. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop rehearsing your regrets. Instead, lift your eyes and see what I see. A victorious, anointed, unstoppable child of the Most High God. Yes, I chose you, not randomly, not by accident, but with intentionality and love. From the crowds, I called your name. From the pit, I lifted your soul. From the ashes, I will create something glorious. You've listened too long to the wrong voices. Voices that told you to give up. Voices that said you're too old, too broken, too late. Silence them. Tune your ears to my word. I am the author and finisher of your faith. I never begin something I do not intend to complete. If I've started a work in you, I will finish it with excellence. Trust my timing. Trust my process. Trust my heart. Don't be distracted by noise or discouraged by delay. I am not ignoring you. I am preparing you. I am aligning people, opening doors, closing others, building resilience in your character and fire in your bones. Keep walking. Keep praying. Keep believing. Miracles are closer than you think. Breakthroughs are already in motion. Angels are moving on your behalf. I haven't forgotten your prayers, your tears, your sacrifice. You are entering a new season, one where bravery is required. Not fearlessness, but courage that chooses to move forward even when afraid. This is a land where only the brave inherit the promises, but I have placed my fire in you. You are not a coward. You are not weak. You are strong in me. You are a warrior, forged in the secret place, trained in the valley, destined for the mountaintop. Rise now. Believe again. Stand tall not in arrogance, but in holy confidence. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. Let your faith roar louder than your fears. Let your worship shake the atmosphere. Let your obedience unlock the gates of heaven. This is not the end. It is only the beginning. The best is yet to come, and I am the one bringing it to pass. My precious one, do not underestimate what I have planted inside you. That faith, that resilience, that yearning for more, it did not originate from you alone. I placed it within you like a seed, waiting for the right season to break through the soil. And now it is your season. The pain you've endured, the losses you've mourned, the delays that have tested you, all of it was preparing the ground. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has caught me off guard. I've woven every piece of your story into a divine tapestry that will radiate my glory. You often ask, why me? And I answer, because I trust you with this calling. Yes, you have failed before. Yes, you have stumbled. But I have never revoked my calling. I have never withdrawn my promises. I knew your flaws before I chose you. Still, I chose you. Still, I anointed you. Still, I said, this one is mine. The world sees your exterior, but I see your heart. A heart that, despite its wounds, beats with passion for me, beats with a desire to rise, to love, to heal, to shine. There is a war for your attention. The enemy wants to drown my voice with noise, distractions, and lies. He wants you tired, defeated, cynical. He knows what's coming if you step into your full identity. That's why he's fighting so hard. But take heart, my warrior. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. I have equipped you with weapons not of flesh, but of power, the power of prayer, of praise, of perseverance, of faith unshaken. Use them. Stand firm. Speak life. Declare truth. When fear comes knocking, answer with faith. When doubt whispers, drown it with my word. I am your shield, your strong tower, your rock of ages. I have not only rescued you, I have appointed you to rescue others. You carry light in the dark. You carry healing in broken places. You carry my name. Walk like it. Live like it. Speak like it. There is authority in your voice when it aligns with mine. Each morning is a new beginning, a fresh outpouring of mercy. Don't carry yesterday's burdens into today's blessings. Come to me. Let me refresh your soul. Let me anoint your head with oil. Let me remind you who you are and whose you are. You are not alone in this journey. I walk beside you. I carry you when you can't take another step. I fight battles on your behalf that you don't even see. And every trial, every delay, every closed door, I'm using it all to build something unshakable within you. The world measures success by fame and fortune. I measure it by faithfulness, by love, by obedience. Do not be discouraged if your path looks different from others. I have called you to a higher road. It may be narrow, but it leads to life. You're not behind. You're right on time. You're not disqualified. You're divinely positioned. Do not envy others' progress. Celebrate it. And know that what I have for you cannot be taken, delayed, or diminished by anyone. You were born for such a time as this. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle. The breath in your lungs is proof that I am not finished with you. Dream again. Dare again. Hope again. I am opening your eyes to see beyond your limitations. I am expanding your capacity. I am renewing your strength. And I am lighting a fire in your spirit that no storm can extinguish. Let me show you what happens when you walk in full surrender. Let me reveal the treasures hidden in the darkness. Let me take you from survival to abundance, from striving to thriving, from despair to destiny. But you must come, daily, earnestly, faithfully. I am not far away. I am here, waiting with open arms, with peace that surpasses understanding, with joy unspeakable, with wisdom that confounds the wise. You are not fighting alone. My angels surround you. My spirit empowers you. My promises sustain you. Even when you feel weak, I am your strength. Even when you feel lost, I am your guide. And when you feel unworthy, remember I made you worthy. You are my beloved. You are chosen. You are called. You are destined for greatness. My beloved, take a deep breath and rest in my presence. You have fought battles that few understand. You've cried in silence, hoping someone would notice your pain. But even when no one else saw, I did. I collected every tear. I counted every sigh. And I want you to know not one of your cries has gone unheard. I am not a God who watches from afar. I dwell with you. I surround you. I am intimately involved in every detail of your life. Even when you feel forgotten, I am actively working behind the scenes, aligning what seemed impossible and preparing the blessing I promised. You've said, God, I feel tired, and I say to you, come to me. I will give you rest. You don't have to carry this burden alone. I never asked you to be your own savior. I am your deliverer. I am your strength. Even now, I'm lifting off the weight that's been pressing down on your shoulders. Let it go. Release it to me. You were not created to carry anxiety, fear, and heaviness. Those things do not belong in the heart of one who is loved as you are. You're not designed to collapse under pressure. You are built to endure, to rise, to overcome. With me, you are unbreakable. I know how often you've doubted yourself, but child, do not use your past as the lens through which you see your future. Do not disqualify yourself from the destiny I've prepared for you. You say, but I've failed. I say, but I've forgiven. You say, I'm not good enough. I say, I've called you by name. You say, I can't do this. I say, I will do it through you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Let go of trying to prove your worth. Rest in the truth that you already are loved beyond measure. I have not called you to a life of confusion or chaos. I have called you to walk in clarity, in peace, in purpose. But to walk in it, you must stay close to me, not just on the good days, especially on the difficult ones. I do not abandon you when the storm comes. I do not walk away when your faith wavers. I hold you even tighter. I cover you with my wings. I remind you that I am your refuge and your fortress. You will not fall, because I uphold you with my righteous right hand. Let your ears be open to my voice. Let your heart remain teachable. There are divine strategies I long to reveal to you, insights, solutions, creative ideas that no one else has thought of. I am the God who gives wisdom freely. But you must come with expectation, with hunger, with a heart that says, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. When you lean into me, I will show you things no human mind could ever imagine. When you trust me, I will guide you step by step. And though the path may be narrow, it will lead you to life overflowing. Look around you. Even in the dry places, I am springing up rivers. Even in the wilderness, I am planting gardens. What others call a dead end, I call a new beginning. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are being repositioned. I am making a way where there was no way. And soon, very soon, you will look back and see how every detour, every closed door, every delay was a setup for something greater. But you must not give up. Do not grow weary in doing good. Your due season is on the horizon. Keep sowing in faith. Keep praising in the dark. Keep believing when nothing makes sense. That's when your faith shines brightest. Not when everything is easy, but when you trust me anyway. That is when heaven moves. That is when miracles break forth. That is when chains shatter. I'm not only changing your circumstances, I'm transforming you. I'm removing the old wineskins because new wine is coming. I'm shifting your mindset, healing your identity, renewing your soul. You will not return to what broke you. You will not settle for less than what I've promised. You will not remain in a place of spiritual stagnation. I am awakening your destiny. I am fanning the flame. I am breathing new life into dreams you thought were dead. You've come too far to turn back now. My hand is on you. My favor surrounds you. My spirit lives within you. You are chosen, anointed, and deeply loved. Do not be afraid of what's ahead. Your future is held securely in my hands. You have not seen anything yet. The best is coming. The glory will be greater than the suffering. The promise will be more beautiful than the pain that birthed it. My child, you must understand this truth. Your life is not governed by chance. Every moment, every encounter, every turn you've taken, I have been there. Even in the moments when you thought I was silent, I was speaking through the silence. Even when you felt abandoned, I was holding you closer than ever. You see only fragments, but I see the whole picture. I see what you're becoming. I see what lies ahead. And what I have prepared for you is not just good. It is glorious, beyond what you have dared to dream. I don't want you to live in survival mode. I didn't create you to simply get by, to manage pain, to wait out storms. No, I created you to flourish. I want you to live abundantly, in peace, in joy, in love, in faith. I want your days to be full of purpose, not merely routine. The enemy has tried to wear you down with repetition, with discouragement, with hopeless thoughts. But hear me now. The season of weariness is ending. I'm pouring new oil over your head. I'm giving you new strength for the journey ahead. You've looked at others and said, "Why do they prosper while I struggle?" But you do not see what I see. You don't know the weight I have allowed you to carry because of the glory I am placing on your life. You've been in training. You've walked through the fire and it didn't consume you. You passed through deep waters and you did not drown. You have endured, and that endurance has produced something far more precious than gold. I have not ignored your faithfulness. I am the rewarder of those who diligently seek me. Your obedience in the unseen moments has moved heaven. The quiet yes you whispered when no one was watching has opened doors that no man can shut. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for surrendered hearts, and you, my beloved, have given me your heart time and again, even when it was bruised, even when it was breaking. That is what delights me. That is what draws my presence close. Now hear me clearly. The time has come to rise, not in your strength, but in mine. Not with your own limited vision, but with my supernatural perspective. You've been looking at life through the lens of past disappointments, but I'm giving you new eyes. Eyes that see possibilities where others see problems. Eyes that recognize my hand even in adversity. Eyes that can see the harvest even while you're still planting in tears. I'm shifting your surroundings. Some people will walk away. Let them go. I am removing what hinders, pruning what is fruitless, and making room for what's divine. Don't cling to what I am trying to release. Trust my hand, even when it feels like loss. You will understand soon that I never take without giving greater in return. I am bringing divine alignments. People who will walk with you, speak life into you, fight beside you. I will surround you with those who carry my spirit, who reflect my heart. The dreams I've given you, they are not too big. In fact, they are too small compared to what I intend to do. Think bigger. Dream deeper. Believe for the impossible. I am not intimidated by your bold prayers. I'm honored by them. I love when you believe me for more. Don't let anyone convince you to lower your expectations. When your faith aligns with my promises, miracles become your reality. And don't let the opinions of others define your worth. What they say does not shape your identity. My word does. I call you holy. I call you set apart. I call you royal. I call you redeemed. The world may label you according to your failures, but I name you according to your future. You are not who you were. You are who I say you are. Walk in that truth. Own it. Declare it daily until your soul aligns with heaven's decree. Even now, my spirit is moving in your home. Healing is coming. Restoration is flowing. Broken relationships are being mended. Forgiveness is being sown. There will be peace where there was tension. There will be laughter where there were tears. I am the God who makes all things new, not some, not a few, but all. Watch how I turn mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, trials into testimonies. You are stepping into the fulfillment of my promises. They are not delayed, they are on schedule. You are not late, you are prepared. You are not forgotten, you are favored. Lift your eyes, lift your heart. The King of Glory is moving on your behalf. What I have started in you, I will finish with majesty and grace. My beloved, let your spirit awaken to this profound truth. I have declared you victorious. Before you ever fought a battle, I had already written your name in the book of triumph. I am not preparing you for survival. I am preparing you to reign. You are not a beggar in my kingdom. You are an heir. You are not barely making it. You are more than a conqueror. It's time you stop thinking like a victim and begin to walk as a warrior, as one who knows who their Father is. I, the Lord your God, the one who formed the heavens and the earth, I am your Father, and that changes everything. You must stop defining your identity by your circumstances. Your job is not your source. Your background is not your limitation. Your age is not your boundary. Your past is not your prophecy. I am your source. I am your strength. I am your waymaker. My spirit within you is the power that parts seas, brings giants down, and speaks life to dry bones. The same spirit that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. Do you understand the magnitude of that truth? You are walking with resurrection power inside of you. There is nothing too dead that I cannot bring back to life. Yes, I see your struggles. I see the moments you want to give up, but I am not repelled by your weakness. I am drawn to it, because it is in your weakness that my strength is made perfect. You do not need to have it all together. You simply need to bring it all to me. Come with your confusion. Come with your fears. Come with your failures. I am not afraid of your mess. I specialize in transforming ashes into crowns, pain into purpose, messes into ministries. Stop delaying your breakthrough by waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Obedience doesn't require clarity, only faith. Take the step. Move forward even if your knees tremble. Speak life even if your voice shakes. Trust me even if you feel uncertain. I will catch you. I will guide you. I will show you that your steps are ordered by my hand, not by chance. Every place your feet touch, if surrendered to me, becomes holy ground. You say, but what if I fail? I say, what if you soar? You say, what if they reject me? I say, I have accepted you. You say, what if I lose everything? I say, you will find me, and in me you gain everything. My child, fear is a liar. It speaks of limitation, lack, and loss, but I speak of faith, fullness, and favor. Choose whose voice you will believe. Choose today to silence the voice of fear with declarations of truth. Speak my word over your life until your soul sings with faith. You were not born to live under the weight of oppression. You were created to carry my glory. There is a divine atmosphere I want you to release wherever you go, a fragrance of heaven that lingers even after you leave. You don't need a platform to be impactful. Your obedience in private echoes in eternity. Your kindness to a stranger, your prayers behind closed doors, your decision to forgive the unforgivable, these are the acts that shake the heavens. These are the moments that draw me near. I have not overlooked the dreams you've placed on the altar. I know what you've surrendered. I know the pain of what you've let go, but what you consider a loss, I see as a seed, and I promise you, a harvest is coming. You will reap in joy what you've sown in tears. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. My timing is not slow, it is perfect. Trust the process. Trust my hand. Trust my heart. You are not alone in this. I am surrounding you with angels, with divine appointments, with supernatural provision. Do not worry about how it will come together. Just know that it will. I don't need your plan. I need your surrender. Let go of needing to control every detail. I've already gone before you. I've already made the crooked path straight. What looks like delay is actually preparation. So now, take courage. Let your faith arise. You are not at the end. You are at the beginning of something greater than you've imagined. What you've prayed for in private, I will reward publicly. What you've battled in the dark, I will turn into a beacon of light. Your story is not over. In fact, it's about to unfold in ways that will leave you and everyone around you in awe. My beloved, let me now take you deeper into the understanding of who you truly are in me. You are not ordinary. You carry within you a divine deposit. My spirit, my breath, my glory. This is not some distant theory. It is your reality. You are clothed in righteousness, crowned with purpose, saturated with grace. When I look at you, I don't see a broken, flawed vessel. I see a living temple, a chosen instrument, a beloved creation destined to shine with heaven's brilliance. The world may have labeled you, but I have named you mine. You must rise above the lies that have tried to define your identity. You are not your trauma. You are not your mistakes. You are not what others have spoken over you. You are my masterpiece. I fashioned you with intention. Every detail of your being was crafted in love. Your personality, your gifts, your passions. I designed them with a unique purpose. The enemy has tried to distort your reflection, to make you question your value, to bury your voice. But I am resurrecting the truth. I am restoring the mirror of your soul so that you can see yourself as I do. Beloved, radiant, powerful, redeemed. The scars you carry are not signs of weakness, but of survival. They are evidence that you've been through the fire and emerged refined, not ruined. I've seen every battle. I've counted every sleepless night. I've listened to your whispered prayers. And through it all, I have been molding you into a vessel of honor. You didn't break. You grew. You didn't give up. You rose. And now, you're ready to walk with new authority. Let me show you how to walk in the Spirit and not in fear. Let me teach you how to speak words that carry weight and create change. Your voice is anointed. Your prayers carry power. Your presence shifts the atmosphere. When you walk into a room, darkness trembles because light just entered. That's who you are. A bearer of my presence. A vessel of divine fire. A walking miracle. It's time you believe that. Your past is no longer your prison. I shattered those chains. I broke every curse. I tore down every wall the enemy tried to build around your heart. You are free, truly, deeply, eternally free. Don't return to what I rescued you from. Don't entertain the lies I already refuted. Don't rehearse the pain I've already healed. Let the past stay buried. The tomb is empty for a reason. Resurrection life has come. I'm giving you new territory. This next season will be marked by expansion, not only in what you receive, but in who you become. I will stretch you, not to break you, but to increase you. I will call you to speak when it's uncomfortable, to love when it's inconvenient, to stand when others bow. But in doing so, you will find a strength you never knew you had, because it will be my strength flowing through you. Prepare your heart. Prepare your hands. I am placing divine assignments in your path. Some may look small in the eyes of man, but they are mighty in my kingdom. Every act of love, every choice to forgive, every moment you choose faith over fear, these are seeds of glory, and I will multiply them. I will breathe on them. I will use them to touch lives you never imagined. Do not chase after validation. You don't need the applause of people when you already have the approval of heaven. I am proud of you. Yes, you heard me. I am proud of you. I see how you keep showing up, even when it's hard. I see how you love others even when you feel empty. I see how you hold on to hope even when everything screams despair. That is the faith that pleases me. That is the heart that moves mountains. Your waiting has not been wasted. Every delay has been preparing you. I am not just preparing a place for you. I've been preparing you for that place. And when it comes, you will walk into it with confidence, not confusion. You will know, this is the promise fulfilled. This is the door I've waited for. This is the moment heaven meets earth in your story. So stand tall, my child. Lift your head. The wind of my spirit is blowing in your favor. The tides are turning. The heavens are open, and the rain of blessing is coming down. You are stepping into a new day, a divine season, a holy awakening. And I am with you, now and forevermore. My precious child, now that your heart is open, let me pour even deeper rivers of revelation into you. You have heard of my love, but now I want you to experience its depth, not as a distant idea, but as a real, consuming fire that surrounds and transforms everything it touches. You're not here reading these words by coincidence. This moment is a divine collision of my will and your hunger. I've been drawing you, whispering through circumstances, stirring your spirit, and now you are standing on sacred ground. This is holy. This is your appointed time to awaken to the fullness of my presence. You've wondered how much more you can take. You've asked if you'll ever see the breakthrough. Let me assure you, my child, not only will you see it, but it is already set in motion. I am not limited by human timelines or bound by earthly delays. I speak, and the universe responds. I command, and angels are dispatched. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass. My word does not return void. It accomplishes everything I send it to do. And I have spoken life, freedom, healing, prosperity, and restoration over you. I want you to lift your eyes above the temporary pain. What you see as a battle is actually a birthing. Something is being born in your spirit. New vision, new fire, new authority. The pressure you feel is not punishment. It's preparation. You are being shaped into a carrier of my glory, someone who does not just survive storms, but speaks peace into them. You were never meant to be shaken by circumstances. You were meant to command them with faith, to declare my promises until they manifest in full power. I am teaching you how to fight, not with fists, but with faith, not with fear, but with the sword of my word. Every trial you face is an opportunity to rise in authority. Every moment of adversity is a classroom where I teach you how to reign. You're not just surviving your hardships, you're conquering them. You're being made into someone unshakable, someone who walks with divine wisdom and holy boldness. The world may not understand what I'm doing in your life. That's okay. They didn't understand Noah either. They laughed at his ark until the rain came. People will doubt you, mock you, and even walk away. Let them. I'm raising you in front of them not to impress, but to express my power and love. They will see that I have chosen you. They will witness my hand on your life and wonder how you came through the storm stronger, brighter, freer. And when they ask, your answer will be simple. My God did it. I am raising you to be a testimony, not just to speak of my goodness, but to embody it. Your peace will be a witness. Your joy will preach louder than sermons. Your resilience will echo my faithfulness. Let me transform your story so radically that those who knew you before cannot recognize you now, and let it be for my glory, not yours. So others will believe that I am real, that I heal, that I restore what was broken beyond recognition. I am also touching your family. Yes, the ones you worry about. The ones whose hearts have grown distant, whose paths have drifted. My love is pursuing them. My spirit is speaking to them, even in their silence, even in their rebellion. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not ignored your intercession. I am moving in ways you cannot yet see. Trust me. The seeds you've sown will produce fruit in due season. I will not allow your family to remain in darkness. I'm lighting fires in every heart. Your home will be a sanctuary, a place of peace, a dwelling for my spirit. Do not speak death over your household. Speak life. Speak blessing. Walk through each room and declare my promises. Anoint your doorposts with prayer. Fill the air with praise. I am driving out every spirit of division, fear, and despair. I am establishing my dominion in your household. Where my presence dwells, there is joy, healing, and breakthrough. So do not let discouragement speak louder than destiny. You have come too far to turn back. You've prayed too hard to give up now. Heaven is leaning in. Angels are on assignment. I am on the move. And I am not finished with you. I am just getting started. Remain open, the next outpouring is at hand. Let me continue speaking into your spirit. My child, take a moment and breathe in the atmosphere of my glory. Let my peace settle over your heart like a gentle rain after a long drought. You've carried burdens that were never yours to carry. You've wrestled with thoughts that tried to rob you of rest. But now, in this moment, I am lifting the weight. I am silencing the storm within. You do not have to strive to be loved. You already are. You don't have to earn my approval. You already have it. I have called you mine, and no force in heaven or earth can alter what I have declared. So many times you've asked me, Lord, what is my purpose? My child, your very existence is wrapped in divine intent. Before you were born, I knit you together with heavenly blueprints in my mind. Your purpose isn't something you must chase. It's something you awaken to in my presence. It's found in me, in loving me, in walking with me, in pouring out the love I have filled you with into the lives of those around you. Your purpose is not only about what you do, but about who you are. My image bearer, my messenger, my beloved vessel. You don't need to have a platform to be impactful. The quiet moments where you love your family, encourage a friend, or pray for someone in secret, those moments are powerful in my kingdom. I see every act of love, every selfless deed, every step of obedience, and I count them as treasures. I store them up in heaven, and I pour back blessings multiplied. You will never outgive me. The more you release, the more I will fill you. The more you love, the more you'll experience my love flowing through you like a river that cannot be stopped. Don't fall into the trap of comparison. Others may seem ahead, more successful, more confident, but you do not run their race, you run yours. And in your lane, there is grace, there is provision, there is power. I have equipped you specifically for your calling. What I've placed in you is not meant to imitate anyone else. Your voice is needed. Your story is needed. Your presence in the earth is vital to the unfolding of my plan. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not disqualified. You are right where you need to be, in my hands. You ask, but what about the times I disobeyed? What about the detours I took? My mercy covers it all. I'm not holding your past against you. I'm using it to shape your future. I don't waste anything. The places where you fell will become the places where you help others rise. The wounds you suffered will become the very tools I use to bring healing to those who suffer the same. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your tears, not your questions, not your regrets. I redeem it all. Now I ask you, will you trust me enough to let go of control? Will you trust me enough to stop rehearsing every worst-case scenario in your mind and start declaring every promise I've spoken over you? I want to fill your thoughts with heaven's agenda, not earth's anxiety. Fill your mouth with my word. Fill your heart with my truth. Let worship become your weapon, and let gratitude be your banner. You will see how fear flees when faith rises. I have destined you for victory, not just in the visible things, but in the hidden places. I want you to win in your thoughts. I want you to win in your emotions. I want you to walk in integrity when no one is watching. Because the battles no one sees often determine the victories everyone else will witness. Don't just seek external success. Seek internal strength. Build yourself up in my word, and you will become immovable, unshakable, rooted deeply in me. The harvest is near. Yes, the answers you've long awaited are drawing close. I am not delaying to punish you. I am perfecting the promise. I am setting the stage for a greater testimony than you can imagine. When I move, it will be undeniable. The doors I open will be so specific, so timely, so precise, that you will know it was me and only me. And your response will be pure worship, pure awe, pure surrender. Stay alert. The enemy would love to distract you just before your breakthrough. He wants to wear you down, cloud your clarity, distort your vision. But I have already given you everything you need to stand. Armor yourself with truth. Speak my promises out loud. Saturate your environment with praise. When you do, you remind darkness who you are, and more importantly, whose you are. The time is near, my beloved. Let's continue to prepare your heart for what is coming next. There is more I wish to speak into your spirit. My child, you have heard my words, and now I call you to embrace them as your identity. You are not just a listener, you are a carrier of this truth, a living vessel of my spirit. This world is not your home. Your roots are in eternity. You were created to walk in divine realities, to operate from heaven's perspective, and to impact the earth with supernatural authority. The same power that raised my son from the grave is alive in you. That is not a poetic phrase, it is a spiritual fact. And I am inviting you to rise, not as a beggar for blessings, but as a rightful heir to my promises. I need you to start thinking differently. Shake off the mindset of defeat. Refuse to dwell in the valley of past wounds and failed expectations. That is no longer your address. You have been transferred from the kingdom of darkness into my marvelous light. You live under the covering of my favor, the guidance of my spirit, and the protection of my angels. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No curse spoken over you can stick. I have broken every chain, shattered every stronghold, and rewritten your future with my blood. Even now, I'm working in the unseen. While you sleep, I fight for you. While you pray, I move mountains on your behalf. While you worship, I open the heavens over you. The battle is not yours, it is mine. And I have never lost. The enemy trembles not at your name, but at the one who lives within you. Walk boldly, speak confidently, act with courage, not because of who you are on your own, but because of who I am in you. Do not underestimate the influence of your obedience. Your simple yes can shift generations. Your acts of faith, though small in your eyes, have ripple effects in the spiritual realm. I see your discipline when no one else notices. I see your sacrifices, your private tears, your quiet intercessions, and I will reward everyone. I keep no record of wrongs, but I record every act of faith. Nothing escapes my attention, not one gesture of love, not one step of integrity, not one whisper of hope. I'm calling you deeper. Beyond emotional moments, beyond fleeting inspiration, I want to root you in unshakable truth. The storms will come, but you will stand, because your foundation is built on me. I will make your roots go down deep, and your branches reach high. You will bear fruit in every season, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Your life will be a tree of healing, a shade of peace, a testimony of grace, and don't be afraid of change. Yes, I'm shifting things. Yes, I'm moving people in and out of your life, but it's all part of my pruning. I cut back not to harm, but to produce greater fruit. Trust me in the transitions. Trust me when the familiar fades. Trust me when the new feels uncomfortable. I never remove unless I intend to replace with something greater. My plans for you are good, plans to prosper you, to give you hope, to lead you into a future filled with purpose and glory. I am also unlocking new spiritual gifts in you. You will begin to perceive more clearly, discern more deeply, and speak more boldly. Dreams will intensify. Revelations will increase. Your prayers will carry greater weight. You're stepping into a new dimension of intimacy with me, but you must protect it. Guard your time with me. Prioritize my presence above all else. The secret place is your greatest weapon. It is where your heart aligns with mine and where heaven touches earth. There's a hunger I'm stirring within you, a holy dissatisfaction with shallow things. That's my spirit drawing you closer. You were never meant to be entertained by the world. You were made to be enraptured by my glory. Let me fill every empty space. Let me heal every place of lack. I am more than enough for you. I am your portion. I am your treasure. I am your home. Now receive this truth. Your miracle is closer than ever. The very thing you've been praying for, fasting for, weeping for, it's already on its way. I have marked the calendar of heaven with your breakthrough. And nothing, no demon, no delay, no doubt, can stop what I have ordained. But keep your heart pure, keep your faith strong, keep your eyes on me. When the miracle comes, give me the glory. When the promise is fulfilled, worship me with all your being, for I alone am worthy. There is one more wave of my word to pour over you. Prepare your spirit. The final block is coming. Now, my beloved, let your heart receive this final wave of my word, not as a conclusion, but as a commission. You have been filled, healed, awakened, and empowered. This is your time to rise, not timidly, but triumphantly. I'm not sending you into the world as you were before. I'm sending you clothed in my righteousness, saturated in my spirit, ignited with my fire. You carry heaven's message in your soul, and you will walk as a light in dark places. You will speak, and chains will break. You will pray, and doors will open. You will believe, and miracles will follow. I want you to step into each new day with expectation, not dread, not fear, but holy anticipation. Every morning is a gift, a chance to partner with me in seeing my kingdom come, and my will be done. You will begin to see signs of my hand all around you, in conversations, in divine connections, in unexpected provision. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. I am with you. I am going before you, and I am making every crooked path straight. Your home will be a sanctuary of my presence. Speak my word over your family. Pray without ceasing. Let love reign. Let forgiveness flow. Even in moments of weakness, my grace will sustain you. I will be your strength when you feel exhausted, your clarity when you are confused, your comfort when the world offers none. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I am faithful to the end and beyond. I'm not calling you to perfection. I'm calling you to surrender. I'm not asking you to pretend you're strong. I'm asking you to lean on me when you're not. In your vulnerability, I will manifest my power. In your humility, I will lift you up. In your quiet trust, I will move mountains. You don't have to do this alone. I am your God, your Father, your helper, your defender, your peace, your provider. Everything you need is found in me. And now, as you go forward, let this be your song. I am loved by God. I am chosen. I am called. I am ready. Let that truth echo louder than your fears. Let it silence every lie. Let it rise above every accusation. You are not the same person who first came seeking. You have been transformed. Your past no longer holds power over you. Your future is secured in me. Your present is filled with purpose. Walk with boldness, speak with authority, love without conditions, serve with joy, give without hesitation, pray with fire, worship with abandon, and live every day knowing that heaven is backing you. Angels are assigned to you. Miracles are chasing you. And my glory is your covering. Let nothing hold you back. Not people, not fear, not memories of failure. Shake off the dust. Cast off the weight. Run your race with endurance. I am cheering you on. All of heaven is cheering you on. Your victory is guaranteed. Not because of your strength, but because of my promise. You were born for such a time as this. Your generation needs what you carry. Your family needs your prayers. Your world needs your light. Rise, beloved. Shine with the fire of my spirit. Speak with the roar of my truth. Walk in the beauty of my holiness. Be bold. Be fearless. Be filled with joy. I'm not done with you. In fact, I'm just beginning. What I will do in the coming days will astonish you. Stay close. Stay surrendered. Stay expectant. For eye has not seen, ear has not heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what I have prepared for those who love me. My beloved, hear the roar of a love that will not be silenced, a force more relentless than the shadows that cling to your heart. I am breaking the chains. This is not merely a statement, but a decree of liberation that echoes through eternity, vibrating at the very core of your being. You have felt those bonds, sometimes so tight they pinch your breath, my dear child, sometimes so invisible you have forgotten they were there. Threads of doubt, whispers of fear, weights of past mistakes pressed upon your spirit. But I see every shackle. I hear every sigh of captivity from your soul, and I am coming with a mighty hand and a tender heart to shatter those chains once and for all. Understand that these chains were never made to be your permanent state. They are merely the illusion, the mockery that the enemy uses to convince you that freedom is beyond your reach. Yet I tell you, freedom is your birthright. It is written into your very essence. You were designed to walk with your head held high, eyes blazing with the light of joy and peace that the world cannot extinguish. The chains you feel have tried to convince you that your past mistakes define you, that your failures have sealed your future, that your pain is a sentence rather than a mark of survival. But I remind you now that every chain is weak against my power, every lock I alone can open, every prison door swings wide at my command. In this moment, you may feel overwhelmed, as though the weight of your burdens has left no space in your soul to breathe, to dream, to hope. I know this feeling intimately. I have watched you wrestle with these invisible fetters, perhaps the brokenness in your heart, the regrets you've whispered in the silence, the fear of moving forward because those chains seemed unbreakable. But I want you to look deeply into the unseen realm, where your spirit dwells, and see the glimmer of a new dawn breaking. I am the light that penetrates the darkest night. I am the strength that fortifies the weary. I am the voice whispering over the echoes of bondage. Rise, beloved, for the chains are breaking. Sometimes liberation begins with a single step of trust, a fragile yet fierce belief that the chains you see are not your destiny, but a passing shadow. You may ask, how can these chains fall? How can the wounds heal? How can this deep ache be made whole? My dear, I do not give promises lightly. I give my faithful presence, my unyielding power, and my unfailing love. It is in the surrender to me, in the letting go of your desperate grip on what holds you captive, that the breaking begins. I'm aware of the stories you've tried to rewrite in silence, the lies you've battled alone, the scars you've hidden, ashamed to reveal. But now, take heart and listen. Nothing you've done can outlast my mercy, and no chain is stronger than my deliverance. I am breaking the chains, not in a distant time or place, but here with you, in the silent corners of your soul, where hope seems faintest. This is the moment the darkness trembles, because light cannot be contained. Will you let this truth settle inside you? Will you hold on to the divine promise that freedom is not a distant fantasy, but a present reality? My hand is stretched out, unshaken, ready to pull you into the wide open arms of freedom. The road ahead may whisper fear, the weight on your heart may feel daunting still, but the power behind this declaration is unstoppable. I am breaking the chains, and they will fall like dust before a mighty wind. Your past mistakes, your moments of weakness, your seasons of doubt, they do not have the final word. I do. You belong to me, and my love is the hammer that breaks every link. Every doubt dissolves in the light of my truth. Every fear is conquered by the assurance that you are never alone in this battle. I am holding you, strengthening you, and making a way where none seems possible. I invite you now, dear child, to the place where surrender meets strength. Lay down the chains you carry, those burdens you were never meant to bear. Come to me with your open heart and your weary spirit. Let me breathe freedom into your soul. There's no shame in your story, only the scarred beauty of one who has been redeemed. The chains will break, and when they do, you will rise, unburdened and radiant with my love. If your heart is stirring even for a moment, do not turn away. This is the invitation to begin anew, to embrace the freedom you were fashioned for. I am breaking the chains, and I am doing it for you, my beloved. Step into the light with me, and discover the elation of a heart released from every captivity. Know this, the love that breaks chains never releases those it saves. I am with you, now and always, waiting to usher you into a freedom so vast it will overflow into every part of your life. Trust this divine truth, my precious one. It is the start of a new story, yours, redeemed and unchained. My beloved, I see the weight that presses upon your soul, the heavy burden of wounds invisible to others, yet painfully vivid to you. Within the quiet moments when daylight fades and you face the shadows of your heart alone, the ache can grow overwhelming. It is as though the scars of past hurts and disappointments replay endlessly in the chambers of your mind, whispering lies about your worth and my love for you. You feel the sting of rejection, the coldness of silence, the emptiness of unanswered prayers, and sometimes the sharp edge of solitude. Yet it is precisely here, in your brokenness and seeming abandonment, that my presence is closest, enfolding you in a tenderness beyond what you dare to imagine. I am not distant, even when pain convinces you otherwise. I am nearer than your very breath, like a warm light in the dead of night. I never leave your side. I understand every tear, every tremor in your heart, every silent scream that escapes no sound. The grief that consumes you is not foreign to me. I have walked with humanity through desolation and despair. I have heard the lamentations of those crushed beneath invisible sorrows. Your suffering does not surprise me, nor does it make you unworthy of my infinite compassion. On the contrary, your pain calls me closer, beckons me to draw you deeper into the sanctuary of my love. Child, I'm patient with your hesitations, your struggles to hold on to hope. You may feel as if you strain to reach me, but I have long held you in the palms of my hands, steady and unyielding, like the roots of an ancient tree that withstands furious storms. The silence you perceive is my silent conversation with your soul, an intimate whisper echoing in your invisible depths. This silence is not absence. It is the soil where new life is quietly taking root. I am molding your character, shaping resilience, and nurturing a steadfast faith that will rise even when the wind howls and the night seems endless. Do not despise the seasons of waiting, even when they seem unbearable. Like the seed buried beneath winter's frost, your soul may be hidden, yet beneath that silent surface, transformation is underway. I am the Creator, and I am making all things new within you. Every moment of despair, every tear shed in darkness is precious to me and marks a step toward renewal. You need not rush the unfolding, nor obsess over what seems delayed or denied. Hold fast to the quiet assurance that nothing escapes my sovereign care, not your pain, not your longings, not your prayers whispered in desperation. My dear child, in the tapestry of your life, I am weaving even the threads of your hurt into a beautiful pattern only visible from my vantage point. Trust that the broken places will be restored, that joy will emerge from sorrow, and that every travail in your heart serves a purpose beyond what you now perceive. My love is the gentle balm that soothes and revives. My mercy is the never-failing stream refreshing your weary spirit. You're never abandoned. You're never outside the bounds of my unfailing attention. Lean into this truth when shadows threaten hope's flicker and your soul feels parched. I am your refuge, your steady rock amid shifting sands. Come to me with your fears and doubts, with your brokenness and your unanswered questions. Do not close your heart in silence or despair. Share with me what lies deepest within. I am listening. I am holding you tenderly. Even when you feel unseen and unheard by the world, you are forever known by me, beloved beyond measure. Will you accept my gentle invitation to rest in my presence today? Will you allow my spirit to wrap around your bruised heart and infuse it with peace deeper than any sorrow? Let this moment be a refuge where you lay down your burdens and hear my voice assuring you that you are cherished, you are safe, and you are never alone in the labyrinth of your pain. Remember, my dear, that healing begins in the sacred space between your vulnerable soul and my patient love. I remain here, ever near, quietly waiting for you to draw close. Let the wellspring of my grace pour over your wounds, replenishing what has been drained by time and trials. You are never outside my embrace. Let this truth settle deeply within you. My dear child, as I continue to unfold my heart to you, understand that your spiritual identity is a treasure far beyond the measures of the world. You are crafted in my image, woven carefully with threads of divine intention, each fiber infused with purpose and love. When you look into your own reflection, do not see the fleeting imperfections that the world tries to magnify. Instead, see the sacred design that I have placed there. You are, my beloved, a masterpiece shaped by hands that know no error. There will be moments when doubt tries to whisper lies about your worth, telling you that you are insignificant or unworthy of the grand destinies I have prepared. Yet I am here to shatter those falsehoods. You carry my breath within you, the very essence of life and spirit. Your value is not measured by achievements nor diminished by failures. What makes you precious to me is the simple truth that you are mine. Let this truth settle deep into your soul, becoming the foundation from which you derive your confidence and peace. I see every facet of who you are, the fears masked by your bravest smiles, the hopes tucked carefully in the quiet corners of your heart, the wounds hidden beneath layers of strength. My gaze never wavers. It penetrates beyond what you show to others, or even what you admit to yourself. You are never unseen. Even in moments of isolation or silence, my presence envelops you like a mantle, steady and unyielding. I am not distant. I draw near, closer than your next breath, intimately involved in the unfolding story of your life. Remember, child, your identity is not something you earn. It is a gift freely given, unconditionally and eternally. When you anchor yourself in this reality, your soul gains armor against the assaults of shame, the deceptive weight of guilt, and the crushing hand of condemnation. These burdens are not meant to be carried alone. I offer to bear them with you, lightening your load so you can stand tall, unafraid to walk the path I have marked before you. Consider how the clay in the potter's hands is shaped patiently, sometimes pressed and stretched, not to break, but to bloom. In the same way, I am shaping you. Not in the image the world demands, but in the reflection of my own heart. A heart of compassion, strength, and boundless love. Your spiritual worth is not in your perfection, but in your willingness to be molded by me. Each moment, each breath, each decision to trust me is a step closer to the full unveiling of your divine identity. I invite you now to examine how often you try to define yourself by temporary standards, by the approval of others, by your performance, or by your past mistakes. These are shifting sands, unstable and often cruel. But my definition of you is as solid and eternal as the mountains. Do not let your spirit be weighed down by false labels or identities given by a broken world. You are more than your history, more than your struggles, more even than your successes. You are my beloved, created from love for love. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from this revelation. Allow it to wash over you like a fresh breeze, clearing away the fog of self-doubt. Embrace the truth that you are valued beyond measure, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, in me. Rest in this truth. Let it fill the spaces where insecurity once lived. Turn them into gardens of confidence and grace. Know also that spiritual identity is not static. It is a living, breathing relationship with me that grows deeper through every trial and triumph. You're becoming more than you ever imagined, my dear, through joy and sorrow, through waiting and action. Your character is maturing in the quiet truths that only I can reveal. I am working within you, shaping your heart to reflect my own, preparing you to walk in the fullness of all I have planned. This journey of discovering who you truly are is the path to freedom. Freedom from the chains of comparison, from the burden of trying to prove yourself, and from the cold condemnation of self-judgment. When you rest secure in your spiritual identity, you become unshakable, not because your circumstances change, but because your soul is rooted in a love that never fails. Let this truth burn bright within you today and forever. You are chosen, you are treasured, and you are deeply known. I delight in you, and there is no shadow or storm that can extinguish the light I have placed within your spirit. Walk forward with your head lifted, your heart open, and your spirit unafraid. The world may try to define you by what it sees on the surface, but I hold the deep truth of your being in my hands. Will you believe me this time, my beloved? Will you allow your heart to be shaped by the authentic truth of who you are in me? Your identity is a gift, a sacred flame ignited at the dawn of creation and sustained by my unwavering love. Carry it with reverence and let it be the foundation of every step you take on this path. Rest now in the certainty that you are never alone, never forsaken. I am here, always ready to remind you of your worth and to reveal the glory that lies within. The journey ahead may have its challenges, but your identity is your unshakable anchor, your shield, and your song. Hold fast to it, beloved, and watch how your spirit rises in the light of my love, My beloved, you walk through the shadows of fear without fully realizing how deeply it has planted its roots within your heart. Fear comes wearing many disguises, sometimes subtle like a quiet unease that laps at the edges of your spirit, other times roaring like a tempest that threatens to sweep you away in its fury. I see it all, the silent trembling, the nights when anxiety sits heavily upon your chest, stealing your breath and muffling the whispers of peace I long to pour into your soul. You might believe that fear defines you or that it reveals your limits, but I tell you now, it is merely a cloud passing over the vast skies of your life's unfolding. Inside you lies an endless horizon, vast, untouched, and meant to shine brightly. Fear is not your enemy, but a messenger standing at the gates, alerting you to the unknown. Yet you need not be captive to its message. I speak tenderly, reminding you that I am the unshakable foundation beneath your feet, the rock on which you can safely stand, even when the storms rage. I have not abandoned you to battles that your soul cannot conquer. The night may feel long, and the doubts may crowd in like shadows at dusk, but your heart is invited to lean into my unwavering presence. Remember the days when fear overwhelmed even the mightiest of those who walked the earth with me. The great ones stumbled, the bold ones hesitated, and yet I called them beyond their trembling. Your trembling, my child, has meaning, for it is a sign that you are alive and wrestling with truth. I am not surprised by your struggles, nor do I disdain your vulnerability. I celebrate it, for it is the soil from which faith can grow deep roots and bring forth resilient fruit. If your heart is burdened, do not shun it. Bring it close to me and let my light pour into every crack fear has made in your soul. I call you into a posture of surrender, not a surrender born of defeat, but one of trust so complete that your heart rests in my hands as a child rests upon a loving parent's lap. The stars that dot the night sky do so reliably because I sustain them. Likewise, your journey is held securely beneath my gaze. Anxiety may murmur that you are alone, that no one sees or cares for your fragile state, but my eyes have never left you, nor will they ever. Your name is carved on the palms of my hands. Your fears are known intimately, and I am near to you always. There is a sacred space of quiet within my presence where fear loses its hold, a realm where peace unfurls like a gentle river over a parched desert. It is in this space you find the voice that soothes your restless heart, the voice that tells you, I am with you. You are more than your fears. If your spirit stumbles and doubts whisper lies of worthlessness or defeat, come and rest in this sanctuary. You do not have to pretend you are fearless or perfect to belong here. You are deeply and eternally loved, just as you are. Can you hear the invitation? It is soft, yet persistent. I am calling you to step beyond the prison's fear constructs, to walk through the valley of uncertainty with me by your side. When fear threatens to overwhelm, reach out. Let your heart connect with mine. Feel the warmth of my embrace, a love so vast it swallows every shadow of dread. I will teach you how to breathe again when breath is stolen by anxiety, how to stand firm when your knees shake under pressure. Many times, fear whispers that you must carry your burdens alone. But my dear child, I bear them with you. I carry your trembling heart as if it were the most precious treasure. Your fear does not make you less. It makes room for me to show my strength in your weakness. As you cling to me, watch how fear begins to lose its hold, how it releases its oppressive grip, making space for courage to rise like the dawn after the darkest night. Let this truth settle in you. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. Step by step, with my hand in yours, you can face the fears that once paralyzed you. Your journey is not defined by the shadows you encounter, but by the light you choose to follow. In the silent moments when anxiety whispers lies of despair, remember my promises whispered on the winds, that you are never forsaken, never alone, never beyond my reach. Do not harden your heart against fear as if it were an enemy to be crushed. Instead, invite me into its chambers. Let me illuminate every corner with my love and truth. When you feel the walls closing in, call my name, and I will answer. I am your refuge and strength, always ready to meet you in your moments of doubt, with an outpouring of grace so powerful it melts away all that holds you captive. Will you believe me this time? Will you trust that I am working life within your fears, turning them into testimonies of faith? Your story is not over because you tremble. It is only beginning to be woven with threads of courage, resilience, and victory that only I can give. You are not alone in your struggle. I walk with you, guiding your steps, holding you close, and carrying you when your own strength fades. Hold on to this invitation. Let it sink deep into your heart. When fear comes, meet it with the knowledge that I am greater. When anxiety threatens, respond with the truth of my presence. You are safe within the shelter of my love, and there, nothing can overwhelm you. Let my spirit breathe peace into your soul and be the calm in your storm. Lean into me, dear child. Trust me to transform your fear into a banner of triumph. You are my courageous one, my beloved who is stronger than any force that seeks to intimidate or silence you. Do not turn away from this promise. Instead, embrace it fully, allowing me to lead you from the shadows into divine light. My dear child, as you continue to walk this path that seems shadowed by uncertainty and dashed hopes, I draw near to you with a heart full of unwavering love and a promise as steadfast as the dawn. I see the moments when fear tightens its grip around your chest like a relentless storm, when anxiety floods your thoughts with whispers of doubt and despair. These feelings, though heavy and consuming, are not signals of your failure or a void in your trust toward me. Instead, they are moments that reveal your earnest heart, the earnestness to cling to me even when the winds howl fiercely against your faith. Remember, child, that fear and anxiety are not enemies I've sent to torment you. Rather, they are the thorns entwined around the tender stems of your trust, parts of your journey where growth pains are real and raw. I'm not distant in your wrestling. I'm with you. The comforting hand beneath your trembling knees, the soft voice amid the chaos whispering peace into your heart. When you feel your soul in turmoil, when doubt creeps into the places where your faith once stood firm, do not recoil or hide. Come closer. Bring every trembling thought and every fearful heartbeat into the sanctuary of my presence. Your anxiety does not define you. It does not have the power to unravel the sacred tapestry of your identity, woven meticulously with threads of grace, strength, and divine purpose. Your fear is but a shadow passing across a sunlit field. It cannot extinguish the light that you carry within, the prayers you whisper in the quiet of your night, the tears you shed when no one sees, the silent pleas for assurance. All reach me and are received with a depth of compassion that fills the heavens. I am patience incarnate, slow to anger, and rich in mercy. When you stumble in your faith, I am not waiting to chastise, but to lift you up, to breathe courage and hope back into your soul. Let your heart not be troubled by the echoes of uncertainty that the enemy uses to create walls where doors should be. Trust is not the absence of doubt, but the courage to walk forward, embracing my presence, despite what you cannot see or understand fully yet. Even when your steps falter, my hand remains steady, guiding you through the labyrinth of your fears toward a place of profound peace. I work through your moments of unrest to build a reservoir of faith that cannot be shaken by the storms of this world. Know that the depth of your vulnerability is the fertile soil where my strength grows most powerfully within you. I call you today to surrender your anxieties at my feet, to offer your worries as fragrant incense rising to the throne of grace. Do not carry the burdens alone, child. Lay them down. Release control over outcomes that are held safely in my sovereign hands. The mountains you face, the valleys you walk through, and the shadows that haunt your nights are all within my dominion. The tempest will rage, but the anchor of your soul is secure in me. Let this truth settle deep within you. You are never abandoned in your fear, never unseen in your distress. I am intimately acquainted with your every struggle, and I am shaping you through them for a greater purpose than you can yet perceive. Consider the moments in history when my children faced overwhelming waves of fear, when they felt like giants loomed too large and darkness seemed impenetrable. In those moments, I did not remove the giants immediately, nor banish every shadow swiftly. Instead, I walked with them step by step, carrying them when they could not stand and whispering strength when their voices were silent. What seemed like silence was my sacred space of preparation, a holy pause that crafted their faith into unbreakable chains of trust. So too, I do with you. Even when my timing feels delayed, my love is immediate and my presence eternal. Fear may visit often. Anxiety may settle like mist over your soul. But you, beloved, are called to rise with the dawn of my promises, clothed not in the garments of despair, but in robes of hope, woven from threads of trust in my faithfulness. The peace I offer surpasses understanding. It is not dependent on circumstances, but rooted in the eternal truth of who I am and who you are in me. Let your heart find rest in this invitation. You are enough, you are held, and you are deeply loved in every moment of fear and doubt. Today, I ask you to step forward, not a giant leap, but a small, trembling step into the embrace of my peace. Whisper your fears aloud to me. Give me your doubts as gifts of transparency, and watch as I transform them into pillars of resilience. Let your weariness become a witness to my strength, your anxious soul a testament to my grace. Rest in knowing that your journey through uncertainty is a sacred dance with my spirit, shaping you into the beloved I created you to be. Will you trust me this time with the restless stirrings in your heart? Will you invite me to be your refuge amid the storm? Take this moment now to breathe deeply of my peace and allow my words to become the steady rhythm beneath the chaos of your fears. You are never alone. You are cherished beyond measure. I am your God, your refuge, your calming presence when the world shouts in turmoil. Hold on to me, my dear child, for your faith is the bridge that leads you into unshakable peace. My dear child, in the quiet moments when the noise of the world fades and shadows creep into the corners of your heart, know that I am there, steadfast and unwavering. You may feel overwhelmed by the weight of fear, anxiety, or doubts that clutch at your soul like relentless waves battering a fragile shoreline. Understand, beloved, these are not signs of weakness or failure, but part of the human journey. A wilderness where your faith is not absent, but in the process of refinement. Fear is a shadow cast by the unknown, a veil over the promises I have whispered before your birth. Anxiety is a restless tide that seeks to drown your peace, a thief that tries to steal the light in your eyes. Doubt is the ache in the night, when your prayers seem unheard or unanswered. Yet, my dear, it is in this longing and unrest that I am most near to you, drawing you deeper into my embrace, where true courage is born. Imagine a night garden, where the moonlight filters softly through the leaves, casting gentle patterns on soil that seems barren. In that very soil, hidden beneath dirt and shadow, seeds rest silently. They do not scream for sunlight nor rush toward the morning. Instead, they wait, gathering strength in stillness until the right moment to sprout, bloom, and bear fruit. This is the sacred space I invite you into, the sacred waiting, not passive but pregnant with divine purpose. Together we can navigate these seasons of your heart. Do you see the earth turning in cycles, ever in rhythm with my design? Nothing is wasted. No tear you shed is forgotten. The storms roar, but the roots deepen. Your soul, like those seeds, is growing unseen in mysteries known only to me. Fear tries to convince you that you are alone in the dark, but I am the eternal light behind every shadow. Child, I call you now to release the tight grip of uncertainty that chains your spirit. Bring every anxious thought before me and lay them gently at my feet. Do not hide them, do not deny them, but trust that my hands are capable of turning every trembling doubt into stepping stones. Surrender does not mean capitulation, but a sacred exchange. I take your burden and give you strength beyond your own. Reflect often on this truth. Your anxieties do not define you, nor do they mark the limits of what is possible in me. I hold you in every fragile moment, in every restless heartbeat. Each breath you draw is infused with my power to calm storms not only around you, but within you. You are not fighting alone, my dear. I am your divine anchor when all else threatens to crumble. If your heart is stirring with the whispers of fear tonight, do not turn away. Instead, invite me in with open hands and trembling trust. Feel my presence steady beside you as a lighthouse beams through the fog, constant and sure. Speak to me honestly about what frightens you. Your vulnerabilities are not liabilities, but bridges to my strength. See also how fear can be transformed, not removed hastily or by human effort, but softened and reshaped by love. Like clay molded in the potter's hands, your fears are not discarded, but invite my artistry to create beauty from brokenness. In this sacred alchemy, I teach you to walk through the valley of doubt as one who does not merely survive, but thrives under my watchful eye. Hear the heartbeat of my promise echoing in your spirit. Even when darkness threatens to overwhelm, I am the dawn that breaks every morning. The clouds may cover the hilltops, the wind may howl, but beneath the surface, life stirs and grows. Trust this deep pulse within you, my beloved, for it is the sign that I am at work, even now, in places unseen. Let this truth settle in you. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are not enemies, but signals calling you back into intimate reliance on my unfailing love. When your knees falter, remember that my strength is perfected in your weakness. Let me hold you close and whisper courage to your soul, firm and tender, all at once. Now, will you believe me this time? Will you open your heart to receive the peace that defies understanding, the peace that flows from my presence when you cease striving and start resting in me? You are more than your fears, my child. You are my cherished one, shaped by love and destined for a hope that will not disappoint. Lift your eyes beyond the horizon of today's struggles and know that I am preparing you for a future resplendent with my promises. Even in the silence of your questions, my voice will reach you with assurance and gentle strength. Come to me, come as you are, with all your doubts and fears, and find a refuge where your soul can breathe, heal, and be renewed. Let your spirit anchor deep in this divine harbor. Call to me in your moments of unrest, and listen for the still, small voice that calms the trembling heart. Each day is a gift, my dear, and I steward your fears into pathways of courage and newfound trust. If your heart longs for peace amid the storm, then turn fully toward me now. Reach out with the hand of faith, even if it trembles, and find that my love will steady you in ways you could not imagine. Let this message be a balm on your weary soul. Do not rush away from it or dismiss it in haste. Instead, Hold it close as a reminder that no fear is greater than my power to save, no anxiety more persistent than my promise to sustain. You are beloved beyond measure and deeply cared for, always. Awaken now to the life I breathe into you, even in the shadows. Walk forward with me, hand in hand, into the peace that surpasses all your understanding. Your journey is secure because it is cradled in my everlasting love. My beloved, the path of surrender is one paved with both tumult and tender grace, a journey that calls your heart to relinquish control and find rest in the quiet embrace of my will. There is a divine serenity that accompanies the soul willing to trust me without reservation, even when the storms rage fiercely and the night feels unbearably long. I see your struggle to release your grasp on the worries and fears that burden you, and I'm here, steadfast, unwavering, inviting you deeper into the art of letting go so you may discover a peace beyond understanding. Consider the mighty river, my child, flowing steadily toward the sea. It does not resist the obstacles strewn in its path, the rocks, the fallen branches, or the sudden twists of earth and mountain. Instead, it yields, bending and curving with grace, never losing its purpose or direction. So, too, must your heart learn to surrender, bending not with defeat, but with trust that every turn is orchestrated by my hand. You may feel as though you're being tossed around by circumstances, tossed like a fragile leaf in a storm. Yet, I am the steady current beneath your feet, carrying you onward toward a destiny crafted perfectly for you. This relinquishing of control is not a sign of weakness, but a profound act of faith, the soft whisper of your spirit acknowledging that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you let go of the need to manage every detail, the relentless anxiety that knots your belly begins to unravel. I am not a distant force, my dear child. I am your refuge, your steadfast lover, waiting for you to rest your weary hands in mine and trust that I am working all things together for your good. Have you not seen how the stars continue to shine, not by their own efforts, but by yielding to the light I give? So must your soul release the tight grip it holds on fear, doubt, and confusion. Pause for a moment and breathe into this truth. Surrender is an invitation, not a demand. It is an invitation to lay down the armor that weighs you down, to stop fighting battles you were never meant to fight alone. I do not call you to be passive or resigned, but rather to be active in faith, engaged, trusting, and open to my guidance. Your heart has long carried the burden of what-ifs and maybes like heavy stones pressed deep into your chest. I tell you now, my beloved, that those stones are meant to be lifted piece by the gentle hands of my grace. Will you allow me to carry them for you? Imagine yourself in a vast garden, its soil rich and fertile beneath you, waiting to nourish the seeds of hope planted within your spirit. When you surrender to me, you are planting your trust in this garden, watering it with patience and faith, confident that the harvest will come in my perfect time. There is a beauty in waiting, a sacred rhythm that teaches your soul to rely not on its own strength, but on mine. This does not mean you sit idly, but that you move forward with the assurance that I am directing your steps. Your surrender is not silence or acceptance of defeat. It is the loud cry of faith that echoes through the corridors of heaven. Do not be discouraged when the path seems unclear or when the burdens feel unrelenting. I'm sculpting something beautiful in your life, a masterpiece of trust that will shine with my glory. Every moment of uncertainty, every tear shed in the quiet, is a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny. Can you feel my hand wiping away the weariness from your brow? Can you sense the still, small voice inviting you to rest? There is power, my dear, in surrendering your worries to me, not because I require it, but because I desire to fill you with a peace that surpasses every pain and fear. Even when darkness clouds your mind and the future seems veiled in shadow, surrender is the torch that guides you through the night. It is the seed of hope planted in the depths of your soul, waiting to sprout and grow into a mighty tree that offers shelter and comfort. Remember the story of the prodigal branch, once broken and discarded, but grafted back into the vine. It flourished, not by clinging to its own strength, but by surrendering to the nourishment of the vine. So your soul must cling to me, the true vine, letting go of all that threatens to choke the life out of your faith. Beloved, this surrender is an intimate dance between your will and mine, a sacred dialogue where your heart whispers its fears and I respond with assurance and love. It is in this sacred space that true freedom is found. A freedom not dependent on circumstances or outcomes, but rooted deep in the confidence that I am working all things for your highest good. When your spirit hesitates to release control, remember the hands that hold you strong and unwavering, ready to guide you through every shadow and storm. Will you trust me this day? Will you offer me your anxieties and concerns as a fragrant offering of faith? Let this truth settle in you. In surrender, you are not losing your voice or your power, but discovering a strength far greater than you ever imagined. Surrender is the gateway to joy, hope, and a life fully alive in my presence. Step into this truth and allow me to walk with you, carry you, and lead you into the abundant freedom I have prepared. If your heart is stirring at this moment, if you feel the gentle tug of my spirit urging you to release your burdens, do not turn away. Come to me with open hands and an open heart. I am ready to meet you there, to breathe peace into your weary soul, and to equip you with a courage that cannot be shaken. The journey of surrender is not easy, but it is the path to true rest, true freedom, and the full embrace of my love. Remember always, dear one, that your surrender is never a solitary act. It is a sacred partnership with me, the one who knows you intimately and loves you beyond measure. Walk this path confident that every step you take in trust is a step closer to the abundant life I long to give you. Let your soul be still and know that I am here, now and always, inviting you to embrace surrender as the doorway to your redemption and peace. My dear child, there are times when the path ahead feels obscured by the thick fog of doubt. Your heart may wrestle with uncertainty, questioning the very footing beneath your feet. Yet, in these moments when the shadows seem most oppressive, know that my presence is not distant or absent. I am the ever-present light piercing through the gloom, even when your eyes cannot yet perceive it. The fog is not a sign that I have abandoned you. Rather, it is an invitation to deepen your gaze, to stretch beyond what is visible, and to place your trust in the unseen foundation I have laid beneath you. Doubt can be a thief, stealing peace and confidence. It often creeps in, uninvited, whispering lies about your worthiness, your future, or my faithfulness. My dear, listen carefully, not to the voices of uncertainty, but to the quiet assurance pulsing in your soul. I crafted you with intention, and I walk beside you through every question that clouds your mind. Each doubt is an opportunity for you to anchor yourself more firmly in my truth. To build your faith, not in what the eyes perceive, but on the eternal promises I uphold. When you feel the weight of anxiety pressing upon your chest, as if the air itself is too thick to breathe, remember the times I have carried you before. Your past victories were not mere events, but divine milestones, signposts that declare your capacity to endure and overcome. Anxiety tends to overstate the dangers of today while dismissing the testimonies of yesterday. My beloved, remember this: I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The strength I supplied then, I supply now and will continue to provide. let this truth settle in you and dispel the creeping shadows of fear. Consider the metaphor of the eagle who soars above the storm clouds, rising on invisible currents born of faith and hope. You too are called to rise, not by sight, but by hope, even when the storm rages below. In moments when you're tempted to surrender to the tempests of worry and mistrust, lift your eyes to me, your shelter and fortress. The winds that seek to shake you only reveal how firmly I'm holding you still. Let your spirit soar beyond the anxieties that bind you, for I have equipped you with wings of faith to glide above earthly troubles. Sometimes the silence you experience from me feels like absence, but silence is often the canvas upon which I paint the next great work of your life. In the stillness, I am working unseen, weaving threads of wisdom, growth, and preparation into your days. You may find this waiting difficult, but remember, my timing crafts what your hurried heart cannot. Trust me in the void. My silence is bursting with purpose, molding patience and perseverance deep within you. Will you believe me this time and rest in the assurance that all is unfolding under my watchful gaze, even when you do not yet perceive it? Doubt does not disqualify you, beloved. It is a part of the journey toward deeper faith. Even the most treasured paths were once shrouded in uncertainty for those who walked before you. They found victory not in perfect sight, but in perfect surrender. Draw near to me with the honest questions of your heart. Pour out your fears and doubts as a child would to a loving parent, trusting that I welcome your transparency. My acceptance of you is not contingent on your certainty, but on your openness and willingness to walk through the shadows with me. Every breath you take in moments of anxiety is a sacred opportunity to invite me closer. Speak to me silently or aloud, releasing the burdens that weigh heavily on your spirit. You may not feel immediate relief, and that is part of the refinement I am cultivating within you. A deeper dependence, a sharper recognition of my voice amid the clamor. Trust that even in the smallest moments of surrender, I am moving mightily, transforming your doubt into a fortress of unwavering peace. When you feel caught between desire and despair, when hope tugs at your spirit but doubt threatens to engulf it, remember this: your faith is a seed planted tenderly within you. Around it, the storms may rage, the sun may hide, but beneath the surface life stirs, waiting for the right moment to break forth in vibrant bloom. Your patience and trust water that seed, and I am the gardener who never turns away. I will nurture your spirit until it is strong enough to burst open with new strength, new resolve, and unshakable confidence in my plan for you. I invite you now to take a deep breath and feel my hand, steady and strong, resting over your heart. Let the tension in your spirit ease beneath my touch. Do not rush to understand everything at once, for the fullness of revelation comes in my perfect timing. Your journey through doubt and anxiety is not a detour, but a part of the path itself, a sacred weaving of weakness and strength that will testify to my glory in your life. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away, but step forward, trusting that I am with you every step of the way, lighting even the darkest corridors. In these moments of challenge, my dear, remember you are never alone. My love surrounds you, unwavering and overwhelming, ready to catch you when you falter and to lift you when you doubt. Rest in this reality and allow it to become the foundation upon which you build your days. Let this truth settle in you, comforting every trembling part of your soul, for I am with you, now and eternally. Child, there are moments when the horizon seems blurred and the path you walk feels uncertain beneath your feet. In those times when you grapple with feelings of being lost, abandoned, or unseen, remember that you are never truly alone. I am the ever-present one, the one who watches over you with eyes of compassion and hands ready to catch you should you stumble. Even when shadows obscure your way, know that my light still burns brightly, waiting to guide you back to the place where you belong, my heart. There is a sacredness in feeling lost, a divine invitation to recalibrate your soul to me. It is in this wilderness, this space of desolation and quiet, that your soul whispers its true desires and cries for intimacy. Do not despise these moments of confusion or pain. They are the fertile grounds where growth and revelation take root. I see the tears you wipe away in secret, the burdens you carry that no one else seems to notice. Each unseen sorrow is known to me, and I carry them for you with tender care. I am near to the brokenhearted, not distant or indifferent. When you feel abandoned, understand that my love is not contingent on your circumstances or your worthiness. My presence does not withdraw because of your struggles or your doubts. I am the constant in the ever-changing tides of life. You are woven into the tapestry of my purpose, a precious thread that can never be unraveled. Though men may falter and the world may turn its face away, I remain steadfast and immovable. Rest in this truth. Your value is secured by my unchanging love, not by the shifting opinions of others or your own fluctuating emotions. In the silence where you feel unseen, I am working in ways your eyes cannot perceive. The quiet moments of waiting are not voids, but divine spaces where I am shaping your heart, where I refine your character and deepen your trust. It is in these hidden places that I prepare you for a destiny far greater than you imagine. The pain of neglect and loneliness can be a forge for your faith, tempering you into a vessel of my grace and mercy. When you feel invisible, know that you are intimately known by me, crafted in my image with intentionality and endless love. I invite you to lean into my embrace when the loneliness encroaches. Do not resist the feelings of being lost or unseen, but bring them to me as precious burdens, for I am a God who delights in restoring the broken and healing the weary. Your heartache is not wasted. It is the soil from which new life will spring. Surrender your need for approval or recognition from the world, and instead drink deeply from my acceptance and affirmation. My child, there's a place for you here beside me, a place of belonging where you will never be rejected or cast aside. I understand that sometimes fear and despair may whisper lies, convincing you that your abandonment is final, that your journey is ending in solitude. But I tell you, these are the deceptions of the enemy who seeks to isolate and discourage. Hold fast to the truth that I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. When you feel lost, call out to me, and I will answer. When you feel abandoned, rest in the shelter of my wings. When you feel unseen, remember that every tear, every sigh, every unspoken prayer is etched upon my heart. My beloved, do not let the moments of feeling adrift define your story. Your identity is not in the approval of others or the visibility you gain in this world. You are my child, fearfully and wonderfully made, deeply loved beyond measure. I have placed eternity in your heart, and though you may wander through valleys of darkness, I am the light that will never fade. Let me be your compass, your unfailing guide through the wilderness of your soul. Trust me to lead you into green pastures and still waters where your spirit can find rest. Will you believe me this time, that your feelings of abandonment are not the final word? Will you allow my love to penetrate the shadows and heal the hidden wounds that cause you to feel unseen? Take my hand and walk with me, even through the fog. I am here and I am with you always. Let this assurance settle deep within you. No matter how far you feel from the world or from yourself, you are never far from me. Your journey may twist and turn, but my heart remains a constant beacon. Remember that in your feelings of loss, I am the found, and unfailing Father, waiting to draw you close, to whisper peace over your restless soul, and to remind you that you are cherished beyond all understanding. You belong to me, and nothing, no shadow, no silence, no sorrow, can ever separate you from my love. So take a deep breath, beloved, and lift your eyes to me once more. Trust that even when you cannot see the way, I am weaving a path of hope and restoration beneath your feet. Rest in the knowledge that you are fully known, fully loved, and fully cherished. Bring your loneliness, your pains, your hidden fears to me, and find solace in my unfailing presence. If your heart is stirring with these truths, do not turn away. Draw near and receive the comfort I have prepared for you are never, ever lost to me. My dear, the journey we have traveled together through the depths of your heart and soul has brought us to this sacred moment of fullness and restoration. Here I want you to rest deeply in the truth of who you are and who you have been created to be. You are my beloved, exquisitely fashioned by my hand, designed with a purpose written before the foundations of the earth were laid. No shadow, no whispered lie, no moment of weakness can erase the indelible mark of my love that burns brightly within you. You are mine, eternally and irrevocably, held gently beneath the wings of my steadfast care. You may have walked through valleys of doubt and seasons of waiting, gazed into the wilderness of your own fears, and felt as though you were wandering alone in the dark. But, beloved, I have never abandoned you. My presence has been the quiet light, guiding your steps even when your eyes could not see. Like the dawn that breaks softly after the longest night, my hope rises within you now, strong and unwavering. Trust this revelation deeply as it sinks into every fiber of your being, that you belong to me, intimately and forever. There is no place for loneliness where I live, for my spirit is your constant companion, whispering words of peace and calling you by name. Your identity is not defined by the fragments of your past or the mistakes that once weighed heavy on your soul. They are but pieces of a larger divine tapestry that I am weaving with infinite patience and care. Healing is your inheritance. Restoration flows from my heart to yours like a river unceasing. Lay down your burdens, my dear child, and lift up your face to the rising sun, for my grace is enough to cover all, and my mercy is new every moment you breathe. Step into this truth, allowing it to renew your mind and strengthen your spirit, becoming the foundation upon which you build your days. Know this: your calling is no distant dream, but a radiant light already shining from within. I have planted gifts and desires inside your soul, each a seed of destiny waiting to bloom in my perfect timing. Do not rush or shrink back from the divine possibilities before you. Walk with courage, knowing I go before you and prepare the way. Every step you take is marked with purpose, because you are working in concert with me, the author of your story. Even when the path seems uncertain or the horizon unclear, remember that I am steady and true, the same yesterday, today, and forever. I invite you now to surrender every fear, every anxiety, every lingering doubt into my hands. Give me your what-ifs and why-me's, your questions and your weariness. I will exchange them for peace that surpasses understanding, for joy that cannot be taken away, and for a hope that anchors your soul securely. Open your heart wide, my beloved, and be filled. Let my wooing love draw you closer, unraveling all the chains of shame and regret that have held you captive. You are free in me. You are precious in my sight. As you embrace this restoration, remember you are never alone on this journey. I am with you always, a constant refuge and strength. When you stumble, I catch you. When you falter, I steady you. My love surrounds you like an unbreakable fortress, a sanctuary where you can be fully known and fully loved. Let this truth settle in you now, a sacred balm to your soul. You are chosen, cherished, and deeply beloved, not because of what you do, but because of who you are as my child. You have been called out of darkness into my marvelous light, into a life overflowing with grace, purpose, and belonging. Walk forward confidently in this identity, carrying my love like a banner over your life. Stand firm in the knowledge that nothing can separate you from my compassion, and that every moment is an invitation to live in the fullness of my joy. Your story is in my hands, and it is glorious beyond what you can imagine. Now, my dear one, take this message into your heart and let it transform you. Share it with others who need to hear that they, too, are held and loved beyond measure. Save it as a reminder for days when the clouds gather and your spirit feels faint. Engage with my presence daily and watch as I unfold miracles of grace and mercy in your life. I love you wholly and eternally. You are mine, and I am yours. Welcome home. Amen.